Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cyberpunk Red. I do apologize for the delays of our session due to life situations. So, we are going to be starting the campaign of Season 3, Episode 6, Alpha Protocol 0096. So, during the previous episode, Dimitris Sobeski was critically and injured due to an attack by some unknown assailants that blew up the corporate office of Strega when Demetrius was about to actually tell the rest of the party her plan in bringing in Elliot down due to her insanity of trying to actually bring in the two culprit that would actually bring down her business that she's been trying very hard to work for and many more. So Demetrius is worried that for her vengeance, it might bring down the company altogether. But upon her injuries, she initiated Alpha Protocol 0096. And everything that she had prepared from there was already spread out. Hibana immediately became now the new vice president, only temporarily until Demetrius' return. So Hibana will need to actually manage the company for that week. And during that time, Hibana have also employed Mao Lin Yong to actually work as part of the Netrunner, but only to actually check only on the certain floor's security system. In order for Mao to actually penetrate the higher level echelon of the security, he would need to face the many defenses being put in by Niklaus Nightingale, which is a very dangerous netrunner. And until now, Hibana, Mao, and Haliman does not know where is the current body of Nightingale, which is actually put within the system itself and within the building. He walks around, but it's always connected. It's always connected to each and every node. So, in order for them to take down the security level, they need to take down Nightingale first. But also at the same time, Hibana found out that another person that could actually help her in also her journey to actually take down Strega. Another person due to her childhood by the name of Satake Mamasan Mitsuko. And here is where she needs to know if she is actually willing to actually help. But also during this time, Subaki Lee during that week have been trying very hard to actually write a song together with Diana. Diana is currently distraught. Her mind's her physical mind and everything, her body is completely distraught itself and weak. First, Haliman cheated on her. Second, her beloved so-called older sister, I mean not really a real sister, Dmitry Sobeski, was critically injured. The woman that has been taking care of her for quite some time, looking after her for quite some time. So either there's an attack they actually want to physically destroy Strega itself. So now, Subaki Lee, for every time that Subaki actually writes a really good song, love song, pop song, or whatever song that come up to his mind, Diana couldn't actually continue. Her piano skills, her guitar skills was never there. So even during this week itself, Subaki will be there making sure that Diana is taken care of. And not to mention that Subaki and Diana is well protected by Shinra security officer, which was actually being re-established by Hibana, changing the uniform, changing their doctrines, and changing their training regime. But also around this time, a particular man known as Phillips Paradox Williams. Philip, you receive a letter a week ago. You quickly took the flight and flew straight to Night City. You you actually open up the compartment as one of the pilots actually passed you a letter. Nobody during this time itself in 2045 actually reads paper letters. The paper letters itself was crumpled up but nicely sealed. You open up the seal, Philip, and then you read it. And then after that, you see what was written. Okay, this is what it says the moment you actually read it. To Barry Williams Jr.'s son, third son. To Barry William Jr., third son. I'm writing this letter while I'm getting, while I'm actually getting killed in a secret location of Night City with a trusted Reaper dog of mine. However, I am still ill, and the judge has kept the name of the place that I will likely spend for this number of days. I know that when you read this, you will have no idea who I am, for I have seen and held you once when you were an infant. You had no hair on your head, which was unusual because your older brother and sister did, which mystified us all. Your parents, in their final days with you, named me your godmother. You will probably have grown up with only fleeting memories of them, but you will remember their love. I am running out of time and space on this letter, but I will say this. You were born with a great purpose and have inherited a great burden. Your entire family was only rich in love. I hope you find it in you to forge a new legacy. Love, Dimitris S. But, okay, when you like look at the letter, okay, you're reading the full letter. Lars, not hidden, not redacted. This is only specifically for you. But when you read the letter itself, you see the initial. Now Philip, or paradox. When you read that, you heard the door being knocked behind you, and you hear the knock, tuk, 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 and you hear a voice from outside. It's one of the stewardess asking you, "Excuse me, sir, do you want any drink during this long travel?" She asks.
Yeah, I guess why not? Um, what drinks do you have?
We have our regular whiskey, and also we have regular sky juice.
In that case, I will have a small glass of water with ice, and I will also have a whiskey. Thank you.
Alright. After that, Loso walks away slowly. But during this time, you were holding that letter. The pilot, you notice, is actually perhaps a personal friend of Demetrius. Now, what do you want to do? You can monologue or you can RP with these people. What do you want to do?
Um, I would like to walk around my cabin, monologuing first.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm just gonna move my avatar around. There's very few space. Anyways, yeah. Um,
Not out of the plane, yeah?
yeah, I'm not jumping out of the plane, obviously. Although I will survive,
No,
probably. I don't know.
you should do Mission Impossible. Just jump out. I'm sure you could do it.
Actually, I wanted to say earlier, when you read the letter, it says there in the letter what quote, this letter will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Oh no, no, no.
No,
Anyways, yeah. Okay.
I mean, you should jump from the plane. At least grab the door and yell at somebody to open the door, and they open the other door.
If I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna do it in style. So I'm not gonna just randomly jump out of a plane. All right. Here's the monologue. Who is Demetrius? Why have I been born with this purpose? I'm just trying to figure out, like, in my own mind, just talking to myself. Um, hang on, I'm just gonna put you guys down a little bit. It's echoing a bit. So, um,
Okay. I want you to open up your character sheet, Paris. This will be your first time rolling for many of these skills, right? Okay, I
Yeah.
want you to open up your character sheet, go to education skills, and roll for deduction. I already gave you a number of IP yesterday due to your background story. So
Yep.
if you still have any remaining points, I do suggest you rank up deduction at least maybe to level 3 or 4. That's all, or 5.
Okay, I'll put it up to level 4. I don't know how much that will be adding up to, but I'll make it up to 4.
If it's just 4, that'll be 440 points. Go up by 4 levels.
Okay, 440, so
Hmm.
that'll be 430 left.
Mhm.
Okay, what are you suggesting that I roll?
Yes, I'm asking you to roll. Go to your education skills. Okay,
And
go to your education skills and roll for deduction. Deduction skills in my game is clues or dungeon masters, like tips and tricks, like what to do
Okay,
next if you start. So you can actually ask me, can I roll for deduction to know what to do next and stuff like that. Then after that, I
okay.
will tell you. So roll for deduction. So
I just
it's the same as rolling for insight in fifth edition. Okay,
ah
all right. Okay, your intelligence 2, level 4. Okay, 15. Okay. Deduction of higher than 20, I will always give you like full detail what you need to do. Okay, you were thinking, who is Demetrius? But throughout your life as you grew up, you were always being trained by perhaps the best teachers that money could buy. You were trained in businesses, you were trained in certain techniques, you were trained in various martial arts, you were trained in the way how to handle a gun, how to handle a pistol, and how to shoot from a certain distance like an expert marksman. You never bothered much with assault rifles or heavy weapons or many more. You were actually very skilled in terms of talking to people or even talking to a number of people on street cards. And even then, you were given certain tasks by your masters, by your teachers, to actually help others and protect the weak, even, or even go against the strong. But you never knew where this money actually come from. Who is paying for these people? But then you were never really in Night City. Now you're actually flying to Night City. The moment you actually like receive a news that somebody close to you is seriously sick and seriously injured. But now you receive a lot of information that you actually flew towards Night City. And then you tell yourself, okay, you have information that you need to meet up with the new vice president new vice president of Strega. So this Dimitri Sobeski, the one that's actually helping you out ever since you were an infant, you need to find out who this other lady is that's actually taking over and looking into the well-being of the company. You heard
uh,
stories about Elliot Michelle. Elliot Michelle is not a mystery. Everybody knows who she is. She is the president of Strega. And she's very powerful when it comes to some business. But right now, she's always been traveling, talking to even other presidents of other companies. But as you actually landed at the airport of Night City, you actually took the car as one particular driver was actually waiting for you with his red hair up like some sort of bandana on his forehead tying up to make sure that his hair is always staying up. He's wearing some sort of a black suit with a nice tie. And then he introduced himself as Reno. And then he bows. Welcome to Night City, Philip Williams. I'm Hibana's personal chauffeur. I'm not going to be bringing you straight to Strega.
oh well, nice to meet you. I can see that you're not someone that I necessarily need to disregard. I've in my head I'm like I've always been trained to disregard the poor and the weak, and so I've been seeing a lot of them around. But it's a welcome relief to see someone that I could actually relate to on a status kind of basis. And I shake this person's hand and I nod approvingly and saying, Thank you for your welcome. Um, I haven't been here before, but I'm looking forward to, well, whatever this place has to offer. Um, you look like you're doing well yourself, and we may or may not be united again in the future. I'm betting we probably will be. Um, but yeah, thank you for your welcome. And do we have to go there straight away though? Like I'm a little bit thirsty. It was a long flight. Maybe we could possibly get some food, or do we not have the time?
He said, if you want food, I can bring you there. But after that, we're heading straight to Strega. It's best they actually stay off the street for the time being. We have a number of enemies that's actually targeting us. But don't worry, he bangs on the door. Toop, toop, toop. This car's strong, even against the best sniper in Night City. But head in and let's get some chow. And then we're going straight to the office. And I like the new boss. Yeah, she just hired me recently, and I'm starting to like the place. Then he actually opens the door for you. You went in. Then he closes the door behind you. Then quickly went straight to the front seat and then drove towards out of the airport area and straight towards the executive zone. But as you're inside the car, meanwhile, Tsubaki Lee. Let me turn off the airplane. You're sitting together with Diana Fairview, Tsubaki. You can see the fireplace behind her. You can feel the fire as it's like slowly burning. Okay, oh, I forgot. And then after that, also Aizen. No, it's okay. Anyway, you don't have to find a good team for this. But Tsubaki, you will see Diana Fairview like sitting there drinking alcohol. She never done that before. She stood there, her hands on the wall. You can see the two rock ice in the cup. And then she turns and look at you, and then she said, "I can't think of anything else to write, Tsubaki. I can't think of anything good to write. My first Demetrius was Demetrius got crushed. You saw that, and then after that, she simply didn't wake up due to her sickness. Something must have happened, and now Haliman is there on this witch hunt, like looking for the particular this person. There's these people that blew up the office, and is cooped down in his lab trying to figure out what's going on. He's trying to design some stuff that will actually help the company. Now Haliman's currently obsessed, and we have to finish this song soon before our next big gig. Then she asked you like, what should we do?
Okay, I go up to her. I like, is she shitting or is she standing up?
Standing up, her left hand holding the cup. You can see it, you can
Okay,
smell
I
the
walk up to
alcohol
her.
from it.
I walk up to her and I say, hey, how about I slowly walk up to her and I slowly take away the cup of drinks from her. I say, how about we slow down on the alcohol and we take a deep breath in and slowly process the everything. I understand
Okay.
it's a stressful
Roll
stressful
for roll for conversation first if you as you try to take the cup away from her. Social skills conversation. Okay, you pass. Alright.
I
You took the
take
cup
a,
away from her.
yeah, I
You
took a
put it
sip
on the
away from
table.
her and I just say that hey, I know it has been a stressful 72 hours for you. I understand that. I'm not discrediting you at all for what you're feeling, but let's just focus on what we can do right now. And yeah, I understand. I understand where you are coming from, and I also understand where Kaliman is coming from. After what he did, after what the others did to the strangers, especially to youth and to Demetrius, yeah, I can understand why he is on that. But right now, Haliman is not in the right place. and you and I knows about it. I do not know what you guys have in the past, but right now, what you can do for him right now is to focus on writing a song that make him knows that your true feeling for him. Yes, remember what I told you. He is your dumb motherfucker. Again, I apologize for the foul language, but you have to understand he is your only dance boy. So you have to do something that only he will understand that what you did for him. And right now, what you can truly do for him is to write a song and convey your feelings for him. So how about like this? How about like this? Let's let me do the writing for you, and you just focus on singing. How about that? I'll be the one that write the song, and you'll be the one that's just singing. How about that? At least it will be less stressful on your part. And hey, I may not be that good, but hey, at least if that's one burden off your shoulder, why not, right?
She looks at you, quiet at first, Bucky. Then you tell her to actually sing and play the music while you actually write it. But roll for persuasion under social skills. Okay, right, pass. Okay, she looks at you and she said, "So Bucky, you've been trying to do this for a week now, but I will try my best. I'll try my best." And then she sat down on the couch and then took her guitar and started playing. And then while you actually listen to the tune, you actually think of the lyric. So now we need to roll for
Ah,
composition
my
under
my ho- my most bad my
yes,
most
yeah, the
bad.
worst skill. Didn't you level it up recently?
I haven't level up. You know what? Let me try to level up right now. Let
Mm-hmm.
me see how much points I need to level up right now. Give
Okay.
me give me like give me like 10 seconds.
Okay, sure, sure. All right. Yeah. While actually Diana Fairview is actually playing, strumming the guitar, readjusting it, you took up your pen and a paper and then you listen to the music. And then you're thinking like, okay, how to do this composition? How do I do this composition? And then because right now you're inside Strega's building and Shinra security officers is guarding the place in case anybody try to actually attack you or even Diana Fairview or even any special corporate attack. Okay, and now we wait, let me roll my headset.
What? I think I should be able to level up. Give me a moment. Let me see how many points I can bump up my composition skill.
Okay, sure. Alright, so Bakili, you persuaded Diana. And now you roll for your composition. Okay, level
11.
4, intelligence 2, so on. Okay, I really need to bump up the IP later after the session, so at least you can bump up your composition again and also your performance skill. Alright, okay, it's not so bad, but you actually wrote a song and thinking, okay, what song should you write? But as you wrote and you wrote, you look at Diana. Diana's music was not perfect. You can hear that the moment she actually strummed her guitar, you can hear the bang, ring, like all the things which was not good, which was actually not that good. You think to yourself, like, what's going on? It's like there's still too many things in her mind. But after that, you actually saw your guitar next to you. You pick it up and you also played it together with her. So now roll for your performance skill for your guitar. Okay, good. You played the song, and then after that she listened. She listened to your song herself, and now when you look at her, she slightly smiled, and then thinking, I think I know which song. I'm thinking too much about Dimitris, Lady Dimitris, and thinking too much about Paliman. There's too many things. And then after that, Sobaki, you see her talking about Dimitris and then talking about Paliman again. And then after that you think, okay, how should you actually proceed to actually write the song? Is it gonna be another love song? Is it gonna be a song they're gonna choose from Taylor Swift? Is it gonna be a song that's gonna be rock? Or is it gonna be a song that's about heartbreak? Or is it gonna be a song about being rebellious? And then after that, like many more. Now you need to roll for education skill deduction.
Okay, wait, hold on. Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, why is your deduction still level 0?
Because I wasn't meant for him to be a very intelligent fella, but I didn't realize that composition is part of it. So I was like, okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I technically built Tsubaki a little wrong, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's already way past the one, so it's like it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine.
Yes, it's way past that already. Doesn't matter. So you don't know what's going on right now, Sobaki. You look at Diana. You notice that her eyes is slightly blank. She haven't been sleeping for quite some time. You know that. She haven't been able to sleep. She's been trying to put herself to sleep by drinking alcohol, which never happened before. And never happened recently. Okay, now for your turn to role play, either you can roll to use conversation, if it's a normal conversation, to actually make her relax. We can actually persuade her to actually like think of a good song, something that she's feeling right now. So what do you want to do?
What time is it now in game? Is it like
Right
in
now,
game?
is somewhere in the morning, almost to the afternoon.
Hey, I don't think that you are looking very good right now. Are you? Have you not been asleep for the past few days?
Diana
I
looks to
noticed that you
you.
have been drinking. I noticed you have been drinking a lot more to keep yourself asleep, but that's not good for you, you know. Um, how about this? How about this? What is our who is in the building right now? Who else is in the building?
You heard the lift sound, ding, as it comes out, and you see Sang coming in. He bows. He bows to both of you. It's like Subaki Lee, Diana Fairview. Sorry to interrupt, but we need you currently. Due to the corporations, a number of leaders have actually arrived in the building. Subaki, if possible, Hibana would need your assistance in perhaps to talk to them in regards to the current situation that we'll be having soon. If you would like, you can follow me. If you do not want to, I can relay the message to Hibana. And
What is
also
our
Subaki,
okay? What is
and
our
also Sang said,
Sung? What is our schedule aside from meeting with mm, Miss Suzuki?
okay, Miss Suzuki, you know Miss Suzuki is now the VP. But even then, she's actually quite
That's why
stressed.
I'm just calling her. That's why I'm calling her Miss Suzuki instead of Hibana right now.
Yeah. Miss Suzuki to you is currently being overwhelmed by a number of people, a number of corporations, and she have to roll for her concentration check in order to not get insane by actually being called out for so many times. But you are always needed there to actually soothe the situation by using your own special ability, which only a rocker boy have.
Charismatic, in fact.
Yes, correct. But Diana Fairview cannot do that
And
because you have a
even with
penalty.
this, and I just sigh. I just take a deep sigh. It's like even now, even with that responsibility, she couldn't keep herself up in the turn. You know what? How about this? I just look at Diana. Is that Diana? You stay here. You need all the rest you need. And I took away her cup. I took away her alcohol.
Roll
And said that
for conversation.
I'm trying to take away her drink
Okay,
because of the
roll for social skills conversation.
well.
Okay, you failed, and then She look at Sang. She looks at you, Subaki. No, I'll follow you, and don't take my cup away this time. I need this. She took the
Yeah,
cup
but
from the
okay,
table
then
and
don't
head straight towards
then slow
the.
down on the drinking at least. Slow down on the drinking, all right? Promise me that
Okay,
at least
roll
will slow down on the
for
drinking.
then roll for persuasion after that.
Not 20
Oh,
bitches!
and after that she looks at you and she nodded and said, "Yeah, I believe I have to." Then she walks over towards the table, put it down, and after that then head straight towards the lift, followed by Sang from behind you, and after that then you went down. Okay. Now as you took the lift, okay. Meanwhile, Ibana, you're inside the matrix itself. You're inside the knot of Strega. You have been unable to actually go through even the first security phase. You see that the gates itself is well protected.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oops.
further in front, further to the distance, you can see a number of firewalls protecting the knots itself. You can see a number of broken knots, especially floating within the system, most likely to actually protect or destroy information that Strega currently have. You've actually been connected to this quite some time, but Reno is actually out to actually pick up a particular person from the airport. However, you think to yourself, you need Mao's help for this one.
Mhm.
But in order to actually proceed to the next one, you need to actually be prepared to go against a number of opponents, system operation opponents, which Nightingale actually put into the systems of Strega. And actually, you need to actually head from where you are to here to actually enter to the next section of their defenses. This one controls the security cameras, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
But the next one that controls the turrets. And then the other one controls the Borgs, or the military cyborgs, which actually been created by Strega, which Haliman is actually looking into right now. People that have died and inserted their functioning brain inside a Borg body to become Elliot's personal soldiers. And now Elliot is a bit paranoid.
I mean, who can blame her, actually? Her company gets bombarded and her VP is out of commission for God knows how long. Of course she'll be paranoid as fuck.
Yes. Now, roll for deduction under education.
Okay, deduction, education. Let me just enlarge this on my part, and here we go.
Well,
That's,
even your deduction is 0.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, can we move on? I mean, yes, my deduction is a 0. Can we move on from the whole dilemma of having a character who is not good at something? Anyway, move on. Stop touching me.
Okay, all right. What do you want to do next? You want to stay there and then look at the system?
I just want to see how complicated this system, like the current floor, is, and how long that me and Mao should take us to, on an average, to basically control it before we move on to the next floor.
Okay, currently Mao is actually looking at the system from within her room. But even then, also, both of you will probably need a third person or fourth to actually go against the complicated defenses of this particular area. But you need to roll for your technique skill, cyber tech.
Okay, technique, skill, and cyber tech. Here we go.
Mhm. Okay. When you look at it, like, it's gonna be quite difficult. First, you need to jump. If you jump and you fall here, and you fail, you need to actually make a certain type of bridge. But that will be a type of software that either yourself or Mao or Haliman will need to actually create to actually make a bridge. But you're unable to actually deduce what's going to happen or how you need to actually handle all this situation. The only thing you could do right now is to check out the moment you hear that phone to your head, and you see your PA, your personal assistant, rude and telling you, boss, You got the guys from the corporation. You'll be late for your meeting, sir. I mean, ma'am. Yes. And also, a new boy that Dimitris personally told you about. He's here. What's his name? Philip Seymour Williams. Oh, sorry, Philip Williams is coming.
Okay, I got it. Just have him wait for me by the office. Give me a moment to at least be ready. As she basically just jack out and stands up, like sits, open her eyes, like to the ceiling of her office and everything, and she's like, another day in paradise. I got what I wanted. Now I just need to learn how to keep it. But at this rate, things will just get complicated all over again. She makes a mental note that she needs Mao's help and one more Netrunner's help. She's thinking like about maybe 4 Netrunners should be able to take down and control this place in no time.
All right. Okay. You actually jack out, and then when you jack out from the system, you see Root was already there, actually like waiting for you. But let me okay, let me go to the scene. Now, as you jack out, you can see Root. Can you and said, "Ma'am, I was a bit worried there, but yes, you managed to actually jack into the system. So how was it, boss?" He asked.
I'm gonna need about 4 Netrunners just to fix it. The damage is... Let's just say the damage is irreparable by my help. I can tell you that much. It is in total chaos that the system can't even register me as appropriate user and take down the defenses. The system went haywire and now classifies everybody except Elliot and the Prime Netrunner as friendlies. Tell the rest of tell low-level employees never to jack in unless they absolutely have to. But even when they do, ask them to bring.
Ma'am, the only people that can actually jack in is only yourself and Mao. And however, Mao Lin Yong and Haliman is indisposed of. Haliman said to me not to let anybody in into the lab unless it's on urgent matters, but also specifically to tell you for you not to actually disturb him, because you can see that Haliman is actually busy right now.
Definitely.
With the Feist belt, and also Mao in the other room is actually busy, like jacking in herself and checking the system slowly. But that will be during the next episode. But Ruth actually tell you, but sir, I suggest you should actually take the lift and head up and meet up with the new boy, Philip Williams. Codename Paradox. Quite skilled with martial arts, pistol handling, spy, everything. Are you sure that Demetrius actually trusts this boy? Rude asked you.
Trust but verify. That's how I always, practice my business relationships. So until I can verify his intentions, I'm just going to, follow the stick and see where it leads. If it leads to somewhere dangerous, I'll
By
just
the
pull it
way,
out.
what is actually Philip's rank? I mean, like role actually. Sorry, Netrunner, is it also another or what?
No, solo, rank 7.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, pure solo, rank 7. Because Zyrus asked for the easiest character class. It's a fighter class, so easiest is solo.
She basically
But it's a solo that talks, not a solo that shoots, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it's a solo that talks, not a solo that fights. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, okay, Hibana, well, you actually head over straight to the lift. But meanwhile, Seymour. Seymour. I'm thinking too much of The Simpsons.
The name is Paradox.
All right. Okay, Paradox. Paradox, you arrive at Strega's building here, together with Reno. Reno is like looking at you. All right. Philip, follow me. Well, we're actually waiting for our boss to actually come. But welcome to Strega, Philip. But Philip, as you actually walk, it's like as you walk here, okay, you just make your character here only to this particular section. Okay. Meanwhile, Subaki, you and Diana and Sang. Sang then look at you, Subaki, and then after look at Diana. He looks at Diana, he looks worried. And then Sang actually asks
I feel
Diana,
like, King, where am I? I don't even know where am I. The map is too big.
oh, where we are? Ping!
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Sang looks at you, Reno. Okay, Reno, okay, Aizen, I suggest you roleplay Reno, maybe like
Oh,
Reno from Final Fantasy Reno. Sang
okay.
looks at you, and then I said, hey, Reno, you're late.
Hey man, I'm not late. I had to go pick up somebody important from the airport. I'm always on time. You're the one who's early.
So you're saying our new boss is now here? Our new security officer, I mean, the senior security officer.
No, he's here. He's outside, waiting in the waiting room. He hasn't been properly giving the clearance yet.
Alright, well, since he's the expert, yeah, and we have to buff security now, or what currently happened, we have to be careful right now. We have to protect Diana at highest cost, Reno. And Miss Suzuki herself.
Obviously. So,
And then Sang looks at you, Subaki, and then she said, okay, Diana, I suggest that you sit here and wait. And then Mr. Lee, I mean, he doesn't refer to you, Subaki, Mr. Lee, yeah, while we're here, we're going to be waiting for our new security chief officer, Philip Williams. They're coming in, so we'll be briefing him on what's need to be done, but I believe that he was actually specifically asked by Demetrius to actually assist Hibana in any matters regarding security. But after that, Philip, you actually walk out. Then after that, then you actually meet Sang and Reno. So Philip, make your way here. Okay, now Reno. Okay, Philip, you notice Sang. You read his profile. You read Reno's profile, but Root is not here. So Sang is like said, he salutes you in a normal military salute. You said, welcome, sir. Welcome to Strega. And I believe that you're actually here to actually look into the security of the company itself.
Yes, that's what I have come here, and that is what I'm being paid to do. And I'm just looking around the office. It's like whoever was the architect that designed this place looks like that man or woman was, well, I hopefully compensated as much as that they deserved. I like the colors. I like the floor. I think I will have fun keeping this place secure. I purposely don't say much to keep an air of mystery, because I just met these people and obviously I don't trust them. But I mean, like, not trust them to like a unreasonable level. I mean, I do trust them at a professional level. It's like I'm here to get paid. I'm here to do work, and as long as that those things are provided, then I guess I don't have really any reason to complain. So yeah, I look forward to commencing my duties here.
All right. Okay. Now, Philip, you heard the bell of the lift, of the elevator say ding, and the door opens, and you see a beautiful tall woman wearing a white dress, hair shoulder length.
I have no access to the character model, and we have an extra Sang here. And a Rude who is out of height.
Wait. Oh, okay, yeah, that one. Yep. Let me remove that. And a really small, tiny Rude. Yes. Boss, wait for me, boss. Okay. Now, Himana, you see Sang and Reno standing next to this particular person known as Phillips Paradox Williams. which was specifically being asked by Demetrius when she was injured to actually come to Night City and assist you as part of the chief security officer for the company itself, and also to actually make sure that you're protected until Demetrius is back again after recuperating. Now, okay, Hibana. Okay, okay, Aizen, you can roleplay as Sang, Reno, or Root. Okay, because they are your characters.
Oh
Okay,
god.
I still give you IP based
Oh
on
god.
your roleplay. Okay.
Okay. Gonna be a bit weird. Okay, first of all, this is Hibana. She basically walks up to him and say, "Mr. Williams, my name is Hibana Suzuki. I'm the current VP of Strega Corporation, and hope your flight was a pleasant one."
My flight, well, it was the only flight that I've been on, so I guess I have you to thank. I had a nice drink. The service was satisfying, and yeah, it's good to have finally met you.
I'm very sorry that we have to meet in such conditions, but security is, as you can see, we're at the highest alert ever since the Biotechnica assault on us. And yeah, we pretty much had to beef up security, and passwords are being changed once every 12 hours. People here are a bit on edge, and international press are requesting a press conference. But yeah, can't do anything about this. So,
Am I?
have you been briefed on what you need to do, or should I brief you?
The way that I like to work is, yeah, briefing is good, but I would need to I would prefer it if whatever you briefed me on was also on paper, so that I can refer back to those. I wouldn't. It wouldn't be very convenient of me to continuously ask you for clarifications and reminders and all of that. I am a professional. I'm really good at what I do. Therefore, I'm getting paid a lot to do what I do, and I hope that the equipment and the resources that I have to work with are also in high condition.
Our equipment are always at the top condition, and paper trail. Old fashioned, I like it. Impossible to hack and easy to conceal. You'll be provided with anything that so far the investigation team has managed to find out of the wreckage, and I'll also give you a list of possible suspects to investigate. The first name you'll be finding it on top of that list is someone by the name of Vendetta. I need you to look up to her because let's just say she's someone who I stumbled upon her in my club, and when she stepped foot inside the company, a disaster happened. I'd like her to be fully vetted and investigated thoroughly. Whatever you find about her, that'll be really great.
Okay, you don't have to roll for deduction for this. You know that Vendetta is currently staying at the apartment,
Mm-hmm.
okay, somewhere near the combat zone.
Yep.
You can tell Philip Williams or
Mhm.
Paradox
Mm-hmm.
to actually investigate his apartment, because right now you're asking Vendetta to actually stay a day with the Lost Boys for free. You can of course evict them if you want to. You can actually send your entire force there. I mean, Philip Seymour can now bring in the entire Shinra forces there from this building to that building and
You'll be the
evict her if you want
you
to.
you'll be the
But
Strega force, but yeah.
yeah,
I'm
the
not
stray guy, yeah,
Philip Seymour, I'm Philip Williams, or Paradox. Why am I keep
yeah,
calling him Seymour?
yeah. Sorry, I'm not too sure. I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I love Simpsons too much. I think your name is just just because it's a name, Philip Seymour Williams.
I used to
Anyway,
watch that a lot. Yep.
yeah, yeah. I'm still watching it now with my kids. So yeah, because it's been there for so long, it's in my brain. So Philip Seymour Williams. So I'm not kidding. So all right, but Hibana, you can actually tell Philip it's like can bring the unit and any day, but since you want him to actually take a look at Manetta and spying, should be no problem. He's just
Mhm.
heading towards the apartment, but because Dick is not here, so it's best that you ask actually Philip to actually check on the security levels from this floor and the other floor, and then the lowest floor together with you. And also, right now, Root is telling you, don't wanna burst your bubble, boss, but the corporate leaders are waiting in the meeting room right now, and it's best that you actually bring Philip with Sir Phillips. Sorry, boss. Sorry, Mr. Phillips. Sir, boss. Like Root looks at you,
Mhm.
Philip, because he doesn't know how to refer to you yet because you are actually his boss. So there's three NPCs. And then after that, then you also need to actually introduce yourself as a new chief security officer because the previous one was um, fired. But not that she was actually fired, she was actually shot. So, killed by Elliot. So, in other words, yeah, news spreads fast in this building.
Mhm.
So,
Mr.
right
William,
now,
Mr.
okay,
Will.
but also Hibana
Mhm.
is like, you know that Subaki Lee and Diana is in the other room. Diana will always be the drunkard that she is. You have tried to actually help her, you have tried to actually let her stay off the bottle, but because of Haliman and also because of Dimitris, she is always on the bottle. Sobaki have also been trying to actually help her to actually lay off, but it probably need a lot of effort to actually let her gain back her empathy. But
Mhm.
meanwhile, Subaki Lee, you're actually inside the room. You can actually hear the conversation outside if you roll for your awareness skill perception.
I didn't really want to bother, but might as well
Yeah.
because she whatever they are talking in the room is not my concern. My concern right now is to make sure that
Diana is
Diana
still
is
okay.
yeah. But if you want me to roll, I can roll.
Mm.
Whether
You can roll if you can hear it, but if you don't care, you still hear it also.
yeah, nah,
Yeah, you don't care.
I don't care.
Right. But now Diana is there. She's actually a bit grumpy because you took her cup and Sang told her to actually lay off. So she's a bit unhappy with Sang. And then you hear Diana say something like, if I have my way, I'll kill him. Just like Elliot.
No,
Elliot
Diana,
does things
no,
better.
no, Diana, no. It's like as I try to let him hear you. As much as I agree with you, we don't do that here. All right, we use our music to kill people, not physical violence. All right, we should use our music to convert them into non-violent, not us joining them. That will make us the same as them. We are no different than animals if we are doing that.
Being an animal once in a while is good. Diana turns her head to look at you.
It's like yes, but again, we shouldn't fall that low, Diana. Please, Diana. It's
Then
like
after that,
I would.
then she got out from the door when you actually are talking to her. Then she turns. After she sees Philip and she sees Hibana. And Hibana, you see Diana.
Mhm.
And then the others also see Diana. And then you see the security guard actually like looking at Diana. And then after that, then Philip, when you see Diana, you're thinking, where have you seen her before? Okay, Philip, now I want you to actually roll for education skills deduction. Good, I just want to actually see her somewhere. Then after that, you notice that other than television, that's how you know Diana. Diana stands next to you and I look at you. She eyes you. Then she actually presses her finger, her small little finger on your cheek. You notice she's not cybered up. She doesn't have like much cyberware on her body. She looks very clean. She's not even connected. She don't even have a neural link on her neck or any because you notice that she's not really wearing much. She's just wearing some sort of tight white like overalls and then tight pants, and that's about it.
Crop top.
But the door opens, and then after you notice that Subaki Lee is chasing after her. You know Subaki Lee. He's also quite well known in the television and even in the music industry. But you also know that as part of the chief security officer, there will be a concert held soon, and the concert is going to have a number of people. And Diana Fairview and Tsubaki Lee, they are target. There's a target mark on their back, and it's a matter of time until some assassin will actually take a shot at them, like the assassin that used to do when Diana was actually having her concert together with Tsubaki Lee months ago. But Rana then looks to you and she said, she noticed that she's a bit drunk. You can smell the alcohol from her mouth. And then she said, you look a bit handsome, even better than Haliman. And also, I was supposed to tell you, Philip, or Zars, Haliman is actually Zaf's character. So Zaf is not here, but he'll probably be in next week. And after that, but Diana is looking at you. But you look a bit funny. She like speaks out to you, Zars. So what you want to do, Philip?
Wait, can
Um,
anything, before anything happen, can Subaki interject?
Yeah, can.
Subaki rush up to Diana. Is like, Diana, you are really not yourself right now. It's like he's just looking at everyone. It's like, especially to Hibana. I was like, I apologize for that, Miss Suzuki. Diana have been drinking for quite a while. I have been trying to keep her away from the drinks, but
I
as
have
you
to
can
check
see,
as well.
she is.
Wait, let
What?
Subaki finish first. Let Subaki
Okay.
finish first, then you
Yeah.
can interject.
It's like I tried to hold her. I like try to grab her on the shoulder. It's like try to like hold her closer to me rather than to hit her. Yeah, to the guy in front of me, which I know is Philip, but me as a character, I don't know. It's like I do apologize for that. It's like Diana. It's like I whispered in her ear. It's like Diana, don't do this. This is not you, Diana. Snap out of it. I will try to roll for my conversation. I will try to roll for my
Roll
conversation
for
to persuade
conversation.
her to not to do stupid shit.
Mm-hmm.
Noise.
Right. Okay, that's good. Okay, now Philip, your turn.
Um, well, I put my hand out and say to Subaki, no need. We're all individuals, and if we want to speak, then we may speak. There's no reason for us not to speak, unless someone's trying to commit a crime or anything. I am new here, and it is in my interest to at least introduce myself to or acquaint myself to all the people that are I'm going to be seeing and working with. And I do not think Diana, given even her state, is an exception to that. And I turn to I give you an eye or give you a look to take one or a half steps back. Say it's okay. Give me a moment. To Subaki
Oh,
first.
okay, and then okay.
I just like I remain silent, but I'm holding closer. I'm holding Diana closer to me because I really do not want her to do anything dumb or anything stupid or anything that she will regret.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
Um,
Okay.
yes,
Hibana. Now your turn to
Yeah.
role play.
Obviously,
Okay.
I see Diana, reeks of alcohol smell, right?
Mm-hmm.
I basically say this to Diana in a friendly tone. Diana, the bottle is never the answer. Okay, I understand what happened to you. I'm willing to have you see the company therapist, but drinking is never the answer. You know this. You're better than this.
Okay. Roll for conversation under social, and also Philip. Roll for conversation under social.
Okay.
okay.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Empathy 1? Okay. Level 9 empathy 1, like 2022. Okay. Alright, that's quite high. Okay. Now, you told Diana, okay, Philip, you talk to Diana, Ivana, talk to Diana. Diana that looks at both of you and they say, oh, you are no fun. And then after Subaki, now it's your turn. You can roll for persuasion or conversation.
I roll for positions like, come on, Diana, let's get out of here. Don't, this is not our place to talk. Come on. Essentially, I just trying to like usher her away so that she don't quote
Mm-hmm.
unquote embarrass herself in front of the quote unquote big people. And I just say that
Mm-hmm.
Diana, please, just follow me.
I can't
Uh,
even say hi to Diana. Like I just want to say like hi or like I just want to roast her. It's like
yeah, I
it's
just
like
like usher her before anything, when I just usher her to say, "Come on, Diana, this don't do this, please. Just follow me. I'll grab you some sober water to sober you up. This you
Okay,
are really embarrassing
Hibana,
yourself at night."
Mm-hmm.
Hibana, you can actually ask Reno, Sang, and Root to bring Diana to this room over here and guard her, and then after that to make sure that she don't do anything because yourself, Subaki, and Philip will need to go to that conference soon.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I just say this to the to Rude basically. Mr. Rude, make sure that Miss Diana Fairview is fully rested in the special VIP reception room and make sure she's not disturbed by any means necessary. No one walks in or walks out without my exclusive permission. And yeah, Mr. William, Mr. Sang, Mr. Reno, we have to meet the board of directors now. So if you follow me, give me a moment, guys. You can move on.
I hear the bell. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
hear now.
Root, Sang, and Reno actually bring Diana Fairview to actually try to talk her off. And while waiting for that to happen, okay, both of you can now roleplay. Philip and Subaki.
Okay. Well,
I'm not hitting any mind for this guy named Philip William. I'm not hitting any mind. I'm just like, my mind is just all about Diana, just making sure that she's okay, she's not doing anything stupid. I'm literally
Yep.
not hitting any mind to
All
him
right.
right
But
now.
Philip can initiate conversation with Subaki. Philip, you can actually ask Subaki about him and about Diana. What happened to Diana? You can ask Subaki Subaki. So what are you here for? And so on. You can initiate it.
okay. Well, I'm gonna ask all of these questions. Like, all right. Firstly,
I'm back.
who are you?
Oh, oh, sorry, my bad for not introducing. Where's my manners? Subaki Lee, uh, lead singer of Aokiri. If you never heard of it, yep, I'm the lead singer. Uh, yeah, I'm not exactly sure why am I here, but well, Miss Suzuki asked for my presence, so I suppose I have to adhere her orders, even though I reluctantly do not want to. And you see that he is laughing, but then he's not like he's just sarcastically laughing. It's like it's like it's like he just looks away. You can see that he's just looking away, and then says like, well, whatever the new vice president wants, of course we have to abide by her orders, right? Well, sorry about earlier on. Well, my friend, you see, my friend have been having a rough 72 hours. Her friend has been in a tragic. Well, I'm not sure. Do you know about it? But her friend, which is known as Dimitri, Demetrius has been in a terrible accident in the past few days, and she hasn't been herself since. Especially a lot of things that's happening. I'm not gonna bore you with everything. Just know that she's not in her right mind right now. I'm very sure that that's not the first impression she wants to give you. But yeah,
Um, I am really concerned of your status. Are you powerful, or are you in possession of any influence? Because that's
uh,
what's matters to me.
I'm not. I'm not quite sure. I understand your question, Mr. Philip Williams. Philip, I presume.
I mean, Agent
I
Paradox.
yeah, Mr. Paradox, whatever. I suppose. Oh, you know what? I'll just call you Mr. Paradox. Mr. Paradox, I do not sure I understand your question, but if you are asking that do I have influence, maybe I have, maybe I don't. I'm not quite sure your definition of influence. But why am I here? I have no idea. But I know that. But you should know that if I was here, that it's probably by the order of Miss Suzuki. Look, I don't even want to be here at the first place. Okay, if it's not because of Miss Suzuki's order that I am supposed to be here for this part of this conference. Look, I don't even want to be part of any of these political things, but hey, I I sign up this without my volition, okay? So deal with it, I suppose.
Where did you come from? What is your story?
My story. Well, Well, that's gonna be a long story, but I'm sure we can talk this over once the conference is over, I guess. But
You
if you
cannot
want
give
to
me.
know, well, if you really want to know, I can give you the short version. I'm just a singer, a rocker boy, if you know, that just wants to, spread the songs and everything. I'm by no means a combatant. I'm sure you are. Judging for how you look, I'll just roll for human perception just to see whether I know is he a combatant person or is he not.
Okay.
I'm
You
just
can
roll
actually take a
for
look at that at human perception under
yeah.
social.
I'm just yeah. Judging by how you look, I'm sure you are capable of defending yourself. Well, as you can see, I'm not one to join into human fights and everything. That's not my thing. My thing is to love and peace, if that's what you want to call it. Cringy, I know. Cliche, I know, but that's how I do it. While you guys go and do your thing with guns and fights and fists and everything, my job is to bring the crowd together in peace and harmony. So, yeah, if you want the short version, that is the short version. I'm just a nobody, or I'm just somebody that just wants to spread my songs in peace and harmony to the world like Night City. Yes, it's hard to understand in Night City, but hey, that's just me, and that's how I brand my branding.
I see. And then Paradox will eye Subaki up and down, just giving him a scan, and then keeping a note privately. Um, like he's pretty much taking a mental photograph to refer back to when he's sitting alone and reflecting on the events that has happened. Um, and saying, and then I look to Tsubaki and I motion to shake his hand. And then I say, well, this isn't the last time we will talk.
Well,
And then
if you are here, you're not gonna get out that easily. That I can guarantee you. Then it's like I just reach out my hand to shake his hand and I say that, well, nice to meet you, Mr. Paradox.
I nod and I walk this direction. If it's the direction that I'm supposed to walk.
Well, Hibana is supposed to lead
Mm-hmm.
you to there. Okay,
Yeah,
Hibana,
yeah,
your
yeah,
turn
yeah.
to roleplay. Well,
Well, gentlemen, if you follow me, we gotta head to see the board of directors now. Please follow me. As she basically
He's like,
like leads you guys through the security doors and all the way
you
to the meeting
okay?
room.
You pass through the security door. You can see the security officer here actually like bow and then saying, "Mr. Lee, Miss Suzuki," and after a salute to Philip, "Welcome, sir. Welcome to the force." You know him as Caden Lee
Mm-hmm.
over here. Okay. The moment you actually enter the room, okay, Hibana, you see only one familiar face, Uncle Bob Chan. Here, Subaki Lee.
the moment I see Uncle Bob Chan, it's like, Uncle Bob Chan. I just do a 90-degree bow. It's like, I didn't know you would be here, Uncle Bob Chan.
He stroked his long white beard. It's nice to meet you again, Subaki Lee and Hibana Suzuki. Now you have achieved your dream to reach higher. That is very, very. It's like that is very, very fortunate that Dimitri Subisky is down with a pure luck of what happened recently. Pardon my words. I very difficult to find the perfect word to actually say of what happened. But after she fell due to the terrorist attack, it is best that we actually deal with the current situation. My current officer was not able to attend. It seems that he was disposed of by a certain group of people. It is very unfortunate they fell. But Hibana Suzuki, ever since the day that I met you, I believe that you perhaps could be the one that bring up the company's well name and give us the confidence in looking into the business and also into the shareholders' confidence. He speaks out.
I just
Then Bob Chan then learns to Subaki, and then so said, Subaki Lee, the current situation that will happen moving forward, the concert that will happen very soon. I hope to hear many good cultural music coming from you.
Hi, Uncle Bob Chan. You will not be disappointed. I'll do my best to I'll do my best to let the world know about the culture of Japan with my music and with everything that is offered by Strega. Then you see that he's doing another 90-degree bow to
Mhm.
Uncle Bob Chan.
Then after that, you see this man over here, nicely combed hair, bow tie, wearing a suit. They turns and said, "Ah, Mr. Bob Chan, it seems that you actually know who Tsubaki is, and also Hibana. But I'm actually more interested in that particular man over there. You," he points to Philip Williams. "You must be the new chief security officer, if I'm not mistaken. So I hope that whatever happens to Strega does not happen again." You look at the man, you look at his attire and everything. Okay, all three of you, Hibana Suzuki, Subaki Lee, and Philip Williams, I want you to actually roll for your education skills, bureaucracy.
I'm not gonna bother because I have a 2, but might as well.
Just roll for it. You may never know, right?
Yeah, nah, no bother.
Okay.
I don't know who, man.
What the hell is that? I don't care who you are. Same as Philip Williams. Like, sure, you're a nicely dressed man, whoever you are, but Hibana Suzuki, this man is considered the VP of Militech. Locke Vermel, like looking at you.
Lock Romel.
And then he's like, yes.
Oh, okay. Just wanted to pronounce his name correctly. You can continue.
And then after that, this particular man is wearing a nice hat, like nice goatee and nice hair, and turns and said, Locke, you should not be rude to them. I know Hibana is just actually taking over the company. I know that currently whatever happens is not Biotechnica's fault. This is clearly a terrorist attack. But with the new chief security officer here, I have my pure confidence that he will actually handle everything perfectly. Okay. Now all three of you roll for again the same skill on this particular man.
No, I have no idea. Herb, you can just count me out because I can tell you my roll is not gonna be any higher.
I mean, you might be,
But I'll
you
still
might
roll.
be lucky.
I'll still roll.
Yeah.
I'll still roll, but yeah, just
Oh.
for the shit.
Two
shit.
nats. Two nat 20s in one go. Two nat 10s in one go. Let's go. And they're both 21. Mine is 21, his is 22.
But this man, is your turn. Okay, Hibana Suzuki and Philip Williams. This particular man over here, he looks into Biotechnica's well-being and also any issues actually come in. You know him as Johnny Hobbs. It turns to actually look at all of you, like thinking, okay, that's Johnny Hobbs. But then Hibana, you notice they're actually defending you, and he's saying it's not Biotechnica's fault, but he hopes that Philip Williams will be able to actually explain everything in terms of what he's going to do with Strega. And then after that, you see the others here. Okay, those who net, this is John Cullen from Kiroshi Optics, from Malorian Arms, Katie Madison, and this woman here is Kella Core from Knight Corporation. And then Bob Chan could be from Kang Tao, you think to yourself. But then all of them actually look up and look straight to you, Hibana, and then after that, then Kiroshi Optics and said, so we have a very beautiful woman over here that's actually going to be telling us when this will be done. Is Strega all actually led by beautiful women? First we have Dimitris Sobeski, which is actually quite beautiful despite her age. And now we have a young woman right now that's taking over Dimitris. Hibana Suzuki. But the Suzuki name kind of sounds familiar. It's as if that... Nah, it can't be. The company was actually taken down a long time ago. Nah, there's too many Suzukis in Japan. There could be so many of them. This man actually speaks out. There are actually too many Suzukis in Japan. John.
It's a very common name if you do not know.
Yes. Like, for example, Subaki Lee. Do you know how many Lees are there in China alone? A lot. Then Kala Corda speaks out in a soft voice. Yes, I believe so. So, even if this Hibana Suzuki could be the one that was actually from the Suzuki Corporation, it can't be the same person. Nah, too common. The company was taken down a long time ago, bought over by Strega. And the president himself actually signed the agreement. Sadly, he passed away due to some accident. And Bob Chandler said, I remember that day. Mr. Suzuki signed the agreement to actually give the company to Strega. And then Strega's corporation becomes strong. And here we are, giving our pure confidence to Elliot. But another question to you, Hibana Suzuki. Where is Elliot Bugrati-chan?
Miss Elliot is currently busy handling some external affairs at the moment, so she left me in charge of anything and everything that the vice president's seat has authority. I'll be conveying your concerns, questions, and your request to her directly, and it'll be in my best ability to reply on her behalf as best as I could. But if you're wondering how we're going to be handling the security hiccup, well, Mr. Williams here will be leading the investigation team to find out who exactly were the ones responsible for that, for the hideous terrorist action. Our previous
Then Kalakora then said, how can such a company like this be handled by somebody like yourself? We would actually prefer to have Elliot here to actually speak on behalf. But since she actually had said that she's actually currently busy with some certain situation, isn't that the business is, well, being unprofessional? She looks at you, she eyes you sharply. Okay, you're gonna roll for your social skills. Okay, conversation. And then also roll for your education skills, businesses.
Okay, first of all, this is my social skill conversation. I'll use 1 luck point. Oh, thank God I decided to use 1 luck point. And education skill businesses, is it? I'll also use 1 luck point. That's 15 and a 20. Yeah.
Alright, okay. Okay, now it's like you look at Caracol. Now you can actually like talk to her. Just talk to her from Knight Corporation. Knight Corporation, based on your businesses. Okay, Knight Corporation is actually headquartered in actually Night City itself. Knight Corp is actually a very unique corporation that actually puts its full attention on Night City and all its affairs. Okay, so literally that if anything happens on the west, she will know. Anything happens everywhere in Night City, they will know. Okay, this company is actually the largest contractor of public procurements within the boundaries of the city. Okay, building and renovating facilities such as roads, bridges, tunnels, metro lines, power plants, transmitters, blah blah blah, you name it, literally everything. So she have no confidence in Strega in making sure that things are going well, because Strega was attacked by terrorists. You know that happened in the previous episode. That happened in the previous episode, in the other group's episode also. Due to 2 people. So Kalakor wants to actually hear from you how you're gonna be handling the infrastructure of the current city, like making sure that roads and bridges and even the executive zone, because you were attacked at the executive zone itself, not at the combat zone.
Yeah.
So Kalakor wants to know that, and also she wants to know how would Strega security buff up the current situation right now at the executive zones and current location. So let me show you right now. she's actually like looking at you, and after saying, so how is actually Strega handling all these things right now? As we currently know, Strega was attacked at its doors itself. Then after she turned on the TV screen on the wall and then she shows. So currently my question to you right now, she said, she directly said to you, and after I look at Philip, and then okay, Philip, this is your first time. Okay, Zar, this is your first time looking at the city map. Okay, this is Strega over here. So Calico is like saying,
Where's Drago?
how that is Strega, okay? This
Hang
is
on, I'm
Strega.
looking at the whole map. The
Yeah.
one in the top corner?
Yeah, here, Strega.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Yeah, right. So now Calico is actually asking Hibana Suzuki, how would Strega actually assist and trying to actually look into this current terrorist attack? Because right now Strega is actually in control. Okay, this is actually Strega, but previously also Suzuki's company. So this is the area within that radius itself, that 50 kilometer radius up to Strega shipping docks, and then heading towards the Watson's development. And then Cole then said, I need to bring this report up to Wesker himself. And you heard the name Wesker, Hibana, and you think, okay, Wesker is not here. So she's actually sending Cole to this meeting. But that means that some of these people are most likely going to be working together with another person they would know. And Cole then actually looks to you and then asking again, so regarding the infrastructure, we want the people of the city to be safe. But due to the terrorist attack, they actually drove through a truck due to the footage they were actually seen. And one of your people, I believe his name was Haliman, actually gave us the high definition footage of the attacker. They were wearing Biotechnica. Then he turns to Johnny Hobbs, and Johnny Hobson said, anybody on the streets can buy any Biotechnica uniform. But they most likely wore the uniform, hijacked the truck, drove it straight towards Strega's gates. That one I also need to know. Then how Johnny Hobbs looks to you, Givana. That one I also need to know. How did they manage to actually go through your security, which I believe Mahia Lindo was actually looking into, and now Mahia Lindo, I believe in your reports, she left Night City, but also Hibana Suzuki and Tsubaki Lee, both of you can actually roll for education skills, criminology.
Okay, criminology.
Again, don't bother because I have a plus. I have only a 2, but sure, let's go, right?
Holy damn.
Alright, okay. Tsubaki Lee, you don't really read much, but you don't know what happened to Mahia Lindo, but you know Mahia Lindo personally because you actually did meet her. But Hibana Suzuki, Mahia Lindo was killed. She was shot in the head. And she was the previous chief security officer. And now, Philip Williams is now taking over her job. Okay, now I'm gonna go to Tsubaki Lee first to roleplay. Okay, Tsubaki Lee, I give you two actions each to each of you. Okay, if you don't know what to do, you can skip.
Personally, Tsubake is not one to like bother with political interference and everything unless it was directly referred. Otherwise, he don't want to be part of any of the company's political shit. So he's gonna stick himself out and just like let the shit unfold in front of him, but he will not be part of the shit.
All right. Okay. Unless they only know that they will probably bring up the concert issue later.
Yeah.
So to you.
Unless something that concerns me, basically whatever company politics is not my jurisdiction.
All right. Okay. All right. It will not be your turn next, but it will be soon because I need to see how does Hibana and Philip Williams. Okay. Sorry, Zars, for you to jump into this current situation without knowing what happened. If you actually watched the previous episode, you will know. Then let me actually give you a recap. Okay. Strega Corporation office was actually bombed. The front office was bombed. But this was because another group of players, which is the weekday group, decided to drive this truck filled with a bomb into Strega's front office and blow it up. And then jumping off and said, "Fuck you, Strega!" And then they jump into the river and swam away. And nobody knows who they were. Because the other group, they managed to actually lie their way and said it was not them. It was Maelstrom that did this. So now Biotechnica and Strega would need to actually work together later in this episode, which Hibana could use to her advantage, and then say that this was Maelstrom doing. And you both, Hibana and you, Philip, you know that this could be Maelstrom. You know the report. But Maelstrom was not smart to do this. Maelstrom is not smart enough to actually do this. But since that the other group said it was Maelstrom, Johnny Hobbs is needs this meeting and say it was Maelstrom. So now you will probably bring it up later. I will let you roll a number of skills, then I'll give you tips from there. Okay, Hibana is gonna be your turn. 2 actions. They're asking you what is going to be your next course of action for
Oh,
Strega since you're the VP.
she basically looks very sharply at Miss Carol here. She basically tell her this. For your first question regarding what we're gonna do to make the citizens safe here, I'll be making some calls to the mayor and to a couple of candidates for elections so they can lobby for more police presence in Night City, and they can use the incident here as an example of a rampant crime wave that is still happening in Night City. Naturally, they will start demanding more police, which means they'll be demanding you to build more police stations and to make police presence more prominent in Night City. So we'll be lobbying for more police presence, more actions needs to be taken care of. We need Max Tech to be more on the streets, battling normal crimes if they have to, not just cyber psychos. As for...
Roll for business and bureaucracy, and also conversation skill.
Okay, first of all...
Education skills first,
Yeah.
businesses and bureaucracy.
Yeah. First of all, this is my business.
No, this is none of your business.
No, that's a fail. Okay,
Yeah,
bureaucracy.
I know. Bureaucracy, 1 luck point.
You should really rank up your business to rank 5 already once you get the IP.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is bureaucracy, 1 luck point. Okay, so that's 17, and now to conversation. Conversation. 1 luck point. So I already used 4, I got 2 left. Okay.
Okay, you fail in business, you pass in bureaucracy,
And I passed in conversation.
you persuaded them. Okay, you persuaded number of them actually, but one of them actually that speaks out, Malorian Arms, and also Locke Wormel from Militech. Locke Wormel actually looks at you and said, he put both his hands on the table, like putting it, like leaning and looking at you and said, it's easy for you to say, to actually put in more police force and then talking to the mayor himself to actually try to increase this, but this is going to be very difficult. Where are we going to get the budget for this? And not to mention that we are the people that are going to be putting in the budget for this, and you're telling us to do all of this. But what is Strega going to be doing on top of that? We provide the military arms to Strega. We provide you with the best firearms that you could actually buy from us, due to the business that you actually do. But also, what I want to know is, you're going to be putting this all on the 6 of us, that we're going to be talking to our presidents. And we want to know that talking is easy, telling the mayor, but we are not going to walk over straight towards the mayor and say, we need more funding. So you will need to be the one that would need to actually talk to the mayor and also talk to Martha herself, which is the current chief officer of the NCPD.
I'll be conveying, she basically stops him halfway through saying, I'll be conveying all of your concerns to the mayor, because I'll use this incident as the catalyst to the mayor to tell him basically that some of you, all of you here, on behalf of your presidents, have started to think maybe you're better off setting your corporations in safer cities.
And suddenly KDM then sticks out and said, but all this that happened was Strega's fault. Strega was not able to actually stop the bombing. Am I correct?
True, because we were fooled as well. We actually believed it was a shipment coming all the way from Biotechnica, which brings me to my next question to you, Mr. Hobbs. you said the company truck was hijacked. If that's true, then how come the drivers never reported the company truck had been hijacked? Or nothing? I mean, I requested, the recordings of the communication between you and the truck upon all the way up until the moments of it's getting exploded, and I have yet to receive those. None of my investigation teams have received anything regarding that matter. Police scanners never showcased anything about, other than the regular combat zone activity, that is, but they never heard anything about Biotechnica trucks being hijacked.
Mr. Hobson turns to you and then he said, the initial report's already been sent. You already have it. The initial report said that the Biotechnica trucks also bringing stray gas, important cyberwares, and many others was actually transporting it towards a secure factory. However, they were stopped by a group of people wearing Biotechnica suits and for a routine inspection, a roadblock, as per se. You have this report. A roadblock was actually established, and then after that, Biotechnica personnel, which is of course these hijackers, then actually took the truck. The officers that was actually bringing the trucks over specifically mentioned that they were actually told to actually get off the truck as soon as possible, and then the trucks was actually taken, and then they were actually safely secured. There were no casualties from my end, but there were a huge number of casualties from your end. So, but this was not actually done by us. The truck was actually hijacked. You have the initial report. I believe that one of your people is actually looking into this. But so far that I know, if not mistaken, that the current culprit that actually did this was actually Maelstrom. That's what we know. So I'm looking to everybody here right now. Mr. Bob Chan, Carl Cole, Kadium, John, and Mr. Locke. We need your assistance to actually send a number of special units to actually assist me in securing this truck that I was told was taken by Maelstrom. And also, at the same time, Miss Suzuki, Mr. Hobsat, then said, I would also need your assistance, that both of us, Biotechnica and Strega, working together to actually secure this truck at Maelstrom itself. If what my initial reports is true, you also have that report. Do not tell me that you do not have it.
Oh, no.
Roll for your criminology, and also Phillips, you can actually roll for your business, bureaucracy, and criminology.
Okay, this is my
Under education.
This is my
Yeah,
criminology.
you roll first. You roll first,
yeah,
then Philip roll.
Yeah.
You fail.
Okay, now you roll, Philip. Bureaucracy and criminology.
Bureaucracy and what?
Criminology
Bureaucracy first.
and the education. Yeah.
Under education, bureaucracy, then criminology.
Oh, okay.
Okay, criminology.
Okay. Fail. Okay. All right. Okay, Hibana, you did actually receive the report. Philip did not read that report, so he doesn't really know much. Now,
Well, he's literally new. He doesn't.
yeah,
I'm
he's
still
new.
meeting people.
So he's new and so on. So Hibana, you can actually bring this up with Philip. Philip can, and then after that talk. But Mr. Hobbs then said, and it looks to you, Hibana, and said, "You have the initial report. Don't tell me you didn't read it." And also, I'm actually looking at your new chief security, and if not mistaken, your name is Philip. You're referring to yourself as Paradox. Interesting choice of name. But what is going to be your initiative in regards to the terrorist attack that's been done to Strega and also hurting our reputation in Biotechnica? What is your say in this, Mr. Phillips? Mr.
My
Hawthorne?
interest is, well, sir, my interest is quite simple. It is to get the job done. And if the targets, the ones who are causing trouble, I wouldn't say that I won't be, well, spending some quality time getting quality work done. I do have my own. We all have our personal stories. We have our personal backgrounds, and Yeah, we're just going by each day. Just going by each day. Doing what we can, living out our days productively, hopefully. And I'm no different.
And this old man, Mr. Bob Chan, looks at you, Philip, again holding his white beard. And he said, I see that in from your initial report here that we have received the moment you actually arrive. It says there that you are actually formerly Nusa Special Forces. You are well trained in this kind of scenarios. So, my question to you, Mr. Philip Williams, also known as Paradox, since that you have a set of skills that you are yet to show us, you need to bring and give us the confidence in ensuring that our shareholders with Drega will continue positively. Otherwise, failing to do so will also impact us negatively. But I will be giving a chance to Miss Suzuki and Mr. Lee because they have been a good friend of mine. And my confidence in them is a strong one. But Mr. Philip, how are you going to deal with the current terrorist attack if the true nature of this was done by Maelstrom? How are you going to bring the unit that you will bring against them? And how are you going to bring the confidence to us, to Militech, Malorian Arms, Nightcorp, Biotechnica, and Kiroshi Optics? Mr. Bob Chan asks you, Phillips.
Okay, and then I look at every single one of you. Board of directors, each of you. I look all of them in the eyes and I say, my word, right here, in this moment, that is my guarantee. The threats to our security. I have no discrimination on who will be eliminated. If they are a threat, they will be eliminated. It is my job, it is my particular set of skills, and my particular set of skills are a reflection of who I am. I have no discrimination against those who deserve what they have coming to them.
Alright, roll for social skills conversation.
Ah, shit.
This
Why
we
does
go.
I have to have now? Like, do I have luck?
You got luck, but
You have to
right now.
declare.
You have to declare it first before rolling.
Yeah,
That's the rule.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like how I basically said before rolling.
Kala Cole, the woman looking at you, Philip, and she said, those are very strong choice of words, Mr. Philip. But you need to show it to us. Because currently, many of the stuff that was lost within the convoy was also our product. Many of them were high tech, and many of them were experimental. Kalalo looks to you. They are extremely valuable. And if they were to fall into the wrong hands, aka weekday group, then we will lose other confidence with the other smaller corporations, and hence even the bigger ones. It is you're lucky that Arasaka is not here. Otherwise, Arasaka would have chewed Hibana and you up. But my other next concern regarding this is you need to actually show it to us. Maya Lindo, when she was here, she gave us her word that everything was going to be perfectly fine. But the moment the convoy was taken over and the truck was used as a bomb, that was the moment Elliot fired her. I mean, yeah, literally fired her. But these people do not know.
Yeah.
So then Keller called and continued and said, however, I want to hear how would Hibana, you, the new vice president, if Dimitris was here, Dimitris would assure me that everything will be handled with quick and dire effect immediately. But that was her. She was actually trained, if not mistaken, by Elliot to be the next president. But Dimitris have her high hopes in you, Miss Suzuki, that you could even take over Elliot herself. And then you hear Locke Warmel and said, huh, this young woman here take over Elliot. I would really like to see that. She's a hard woman. And then you see John Cullen over the other end and said, Elliot, as pretty and old as she is, I don't think you have the courage, who knows, to actually take it. And then Cadium Edison here then said, this is based on conversation the 11 minus 2 from Philip. Then Cadium then actually then said, Hibana, as the new president, if that ever happened, I'll quit my job. And then Bob Chan then looks to you, Hibana, and he said, I have strong confidence that Suzuki here could be, how do I say, the enemy inside the blanket, or musuh dalam selimut, or something like that he mentioned, which is actually like his Japanese term. But then Bob Chan then slowly turns to Subaki and said, but enough of the talking about the terrorist attack, everyone. I know you have your concerns. I believe Hibana also have her own concern. And the new security officer, you may have to apologize, perhaps. He is still new. He just walked in. He still have a lot to prove to Miss Elliot and also to Miss Suzuki. But can I have all your word that they can do this?
You can,
And then, okay, now Hibana, your turn.
gentlemen, ladies, please. Mr. Williams' arrival today will not impact his performance. And like she basically looks over to her left shoulder to you, Williams, while saying this. Mr. Williams, you'll be giving total authorization to do whatever means necessary to extract the truth from any suspect, including but not limited to torture if you have to, both physical and mental. We need to find out who has the audacity to stand up to us, the elites of society, and to give us this unforgivable slap. I don't care what you have to do, I don't care who you have to interrogate. You'll be leading our finest commando officers on the field and into the hunting down of those responsible to it. You'll be giving a list of suspects, and I need you to go through that list however you see fit. As to you, chairman of the board, you can have my total you can have confidence that I will be up to your expectations and more. I will personally see to it that justice is brought and those responsible brought to the light rather than them hiding in the shadows like that scared rat that they are. The
Okay,
story.
roll for conversation.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna use the last 2 luck points that I have. Anything can happen at this stage. So yeah, screw everything. All my luck points now going to conversation.
Okay.
No!
Oh, that's bad.
God.
Even
You're
with
a luck point
even
can't
with the
even help
two.
you, man.
So where
Yes.
Minus is coming from? It doesn't. Wow.
Oh God.
And then you see Locke Warmel actually turns to everybody and then he said, Uncle Bob Chan, remember the time when you were actually trapped? And then I believe there was somebody that actually helped you in regards to the situation. Then Bob Chan said, yes. But then again I look to you, Locke. What do you think? And then Locke looked to Johnny Hobbs and to John Cullen and then to Mr. Edison and Calcor, and then he said, Ivana, I understand that you're actually trying to lead this company. I understand that you actually want to have our confidence. But if what Mr. Hobbs is actually saying, he points his hand to Mr. Hobbs, then he said, I would actually want to see yourself, and I believe here, the chairman of the board, will also want to see you specifically, personally, together with Philip Williams, to actually apprehend Maelstrom and its leaders, and also obtain the items that was actually taken away from us. That way, if you were to lead this unit, and then before Locke could actually continue, and then after that, then this man over here with the glasses that looks like Clark Kent, he said, if not mistaken, I believe a long time ago, if not and Mr. Bob Chan and Kala, you remember the incident on the oil rig and the ship incident. And Kala Crowley, yeah, Dimitris was the one that actually led the assault. And then Edison said, yes, that was it. I believe there was a time when she actually sent a small team of people to actually on the ship. I believe their mission, if they choose to accept it, if not mistaken, it was a long time ago. But I want to actually see you, Hibana Suzuki, to personally lead the charge against Maelstrom. We will not send our units. You will use yours. But remember, this will be under the expenses of Strega. I believe the only one that's actually willing to actually help you is Johnny Hobbs. So, for the time being, we will actually hold our expenses and our stocks until that is done. If you can actually bring the data in, if you can actually retrieve the information that was actually given to us or given to Maelstrom during that time, we will sign what you need, and then you can bring this up with Elliot. I believe Elliot is already a busy woman. We understand that, but even a busy woman like herself will actually need to actually stand here and give us what we want, which is actually information and data. We're trying to actually build Night City into this greatness, to what it is. And then, and from that time, I would also want to see Mr. Philip Williams to actually do what he do best. Judging by this report, Philip Williams is actually good at what he does. So, I want to see it for myself. But, Hibana, we want you to actually do this. And then after we continued, Mr. Hobbs then looks to you, Hibana, and he said, Hibana, you are back, Nanika. We'll be sending our special unit. Don't laugh, everybody, he looks, but this was recently formed. We call them the furries. Okay, because they're a bunch of
How about you see the moment you mentioned furries, it's like Subaki just unintentionally it's like a laugh a bit. I was like, sorry about that. Sorry about
yes,
that.
yes. Then Mr. Hobson said, they are our new project, which actually have animal DNA built into humans, but they don't look human due to that. The mutation have caused them to actually look more like the creature that they have chosen to be. So, Miss Hibana, I'll be sending my K9 unit, the furries, to actually assist you. And also, you may need to actually bring your own team to actually infiltrate and take care of Maelstrom. If what you say is true, and then Bob Chan will continue, if what you say is true, Hibana Chan, then I want you to exterminate Maelstrom, which we believe is the warehouse that they actually held the ID belongings that actually belongs to us. Then Bob Chan looks to Philip Williams. Prove to me that you are the man that's in this report and not just all talk. It looks to you, Williams.
Okay. Well, I am here to get the job done. I am not here to talk. So, with the resources that you give me, I will make sure that the job is done to the highest standard. And it'll be done quick, it'll be done effectively, it'll be done efficiently. And yeah, when the job is finished, you will realize that you have made the best decision.
And Mr. Locke from Militech said, those are strong words, Mr. Phillips. Perhaps you should actually reconsider in working for Militech instead of Striker. But I would really like to see what you do. Also, Mr. Locke asked to look at you, Hibana, and said, I believe that you have also special friends. They are really good at what they do. From your report, it says here that Mao Lin Yong is a netrunner, and also Haliman Saksak, an expert technician. It seems that you actually have a really good team together. But right now, he taps the table, he turns. But Hibana, now you know what you need to do. But my concern next would be the concert that will be happening weeks later prior to this. How is that currently? How is your songbird Diana Fairview?
Miss Fairview currently is resting and getting relaxed from what happened, but otherwise the concert is still gonna be proceeding on time, exactly how it's planned. I'm planning to beef up security 10 times over than normal, and everybody will be scanned by both fingerprinting and face and eye recognition to verify who they are. We're planning to also beef up security from even within the audience themselves by having security agents disguised as fans of the concert and having them patrol the area and anything else that we cannot cover with security cameras. But we're planning to also use infrared security cameras and night vision security cameras as well.
Hmm. And then Kala called and then said, "That's interesting. I'm a bit worried that what might happen. Remember the incident when when there was a sniper shot that actually almost killed Diana Fairview? I was worried when I saw the news. But somebody actually jumped in and actually protected her. I would really like to meet that man. But where is he?"
He's cur-
Kalakol asked you.
he's currently downstairs, upstairs in our laboratory, and the man you spoke of.
It's downstairs actually,
Oh,
not
oh,
down.
okay.
It's
Oh, okay.
downstairs.
He's downstairs at our laboratory, and he's part of my team. His name is Haliman Saksek. He's the very man who jumped in to save her.
Kalakol and said, "Yes, I saw the report. Really handsome man. Anybody would actually fallen for him." But then Kalakol then turns to you, Subaki, and she said, "Subaki Lee, I heard that you're and Dinah Fairview. You're a couple."
Permission to speak the truth, ma'am. Who is the one that's talking to me actually?
This woman.
Okay, permission to speak the truth, ma'am.
Yes, sure. Go ahead. We're all in this room together. We can listen.
Well, it may seem like we are a couple. It's everything but just for the media, just for the media to spike up their spices. You know about the media; they are very spicy with the things. It's something that we did out for the safety of Diana, so that those what do you call those stalkers, creepers was probably perhaps try to stay away from Diana. But in reality, I'm nothing but a good friend of Diana, and I do not think that Diana have any form of feelings for me. Everything is but a facade for the media to scoop more headlines for their own publicity. But
All
yes,
right. Roll for conversation.
noise.
Whoa. Okay. What with all the net ones you asked, Zars? Well, not
Yeah.
anymore.
I mean, no, us the guys, we used our good luck. We used our good luck. Now the singer songwriter's time to shine.
Yeah. You see the woman looked at you,
Right.
Sobaki, and then she said, so it's all just for the media. A rust then to actually lie and then getting some more people to actually see that you're both a couple. And then after you notice that Johnny Hops over here looks to you, Sobaki, and said, "So does it mean that you're currently available?" He looks at you. Roll for human perception.
Oh my god! Please don't tell me, man. Please don't tell me, man. Okay. Oh my fucking god.
Net and net. Okay, this is what you
Uh,
notice. This is what you
okay.
notice, Subaki. You notice that he's actually licking his lips, okay, and looking at you, biting his lips. Like, so does it mean that you're currently available? Then you notice that his eyes are looking at you, and then after he wiggling his head.
I recompose myself. I noticed his ideas. I recompose myself. Like, what was his name again? Herb. What was his name?
Johnny Hobbs. Johnny
Uh,
Hobbs.
apologies to you, Johnny Hall. I may be available. I may be single, but I'm not available. My heart and soul belongs to my songs and my work. I
And
will. I will.
Mr. Locke looks to Hobbs and then said, "Hey Hobbs, maybe you can buy him. You know, you've always been buying men every single time. But this particular man, he looks Mr. Lee himself. Now that's a challenge. I like to chase after my men, especially the hard ones." He looks at you, Sobaki,
You
and he didn't
flattered
even
me,
hide his
Mr.
feelings.
Hobbs. You flattered me, Mr. Hobbs, but I am but just your humble rocker boy. I do not I mean I'm not one for you to flaunt your money over. I am just but a humble one. I can't do anything aside from just reading songs and sings for you.
Tell you
But
what, he said.
mhm.
Maybe after this Maelstrom incident, I'll sponsor your concert, your first concert.
Oh, that would be my absolute pleasure, Mr. Hobbs. And I will sincerely
I
take
will
your offer.
sponsor it, he said, if you're willing to go out for a drink with me.
Well, my duty lies with Strega right now. Apologies, Mr. Hobbs, but I will take up your offer once the incident
Mr.
dies
Hobbs
down
looks at
there.
Hibana.
Mhm.
Hibana, she's one of your employees and friend. Tell her that I'm willing to actually bring him out for a drink. She can't say no. I'm sponsoring this event,
Mhm.
Hibana.
Mr.
She can't say
Lee,
no.
Mr. Lee, you've been given a direct invitation by one of the main famous famed executives of Biotechnica.
Roll for persuasion versus Subaki Lee's concentration.
Okay.
If you
First,
pass, Lee will say yes. I'll do it then.
yeah. Okay, here's my persuasion.
Okay, Subaki Lee, pass, pass.
Ah,
Uh,
it's like I said.
and
I just say that again. I just say that to Mr. Hobbs. Mr. Hobbs, I understand the invitation. I will humbly accept the invitation, but only after the incident died down. Right now, uh, uh it's like if you may allow me to say, it's not the right time. But I will take up your offer once everything died down. You will have my words. But
and then
yes.
Kala called and looks to Hobbs and said, "It seems that you lost another one, Mr. Hobbs. But Mr. Lee, if you're not into, a man, how about an elderly woman like me? Will you be willing to go out for a drink with me? Then I'll be the one willing to sponsor the concert."
Oh my, oh my goodness, ma'am. You really flatter me with your beauty here. I am no match for your beauty over there. You shine like the ethereal star in the night of Night City. You shine like I am but a humble meteor that shouldn't be part of your galaxy. I'm s- I would gladly take up your offer, but I am out of your. You are out of my league. I am again but a humble rocker boy.
Then Mr. Locke like looks to you, Subaki Lee. Wow, he actually rejected a gilf, and you also rejected a milf. Are you some sort of that type of person? Locke looks at you, his eyes narrowed down as he looks
I
at
need to
you.
roll for. I want to roll for a human perception because I have no idea what does he mean by that.
Yes.
Do I know what he meant by that?
Okay, first you said that you rejected a gilf. Guys, I like to, and in MILF. Okay, and some else I like
Yeah.
to, and so on. So, he
Eh,
like thinking, you're neither there or here. So,
I already said. I already said. Mister
and then
Hobbs.
he
I
asks
remember
you,
his name.
then he asks you, you're from the mainland, correct?
Yes, I am directly from
Yeah.
Japan.
Are
Yes,
you?
Japan.
And then Mr. Locken asked, "Are you an?" Sorry for me to say this, he said, but are you an
Pardon?
eunuch?
Wait, what? I can't hear you. What?
Um, yeah,
Wait.
Bonnie.
Eunuch,
You know?
meaning that you
Oh,
don't have a D.
no. I was like, I just laugh. Oh, you, you just, Mr. Locke. No, but like I said earlier, I may be single, but I'm not available. I devoted my life, I devoted my life for now for my music and for my songs. So I will gladly take up Mr. Right, I pointed at him and hers offer, but right now my duty lies with my music, and
Right.
I
Roll
will.
for conversation.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, because Hibana needs the sponsors from Yellow Technica and Night Corp. And then Kola Cole then looks at you, Hibana. and said, it seems that Mr. Lee is a bit rude. Doesn't really take much of our offer. Hibana, you should really rethink this, and you're gonna be making a concert together with Diana, together, Mr. Lee,
Oh,
and
ho,
with
I wasn't rejecting. No, I wasn't rejecting the offer of God. I just say that I am not worthy of their sponsors. I wasn't
Mm,
rejecting. I was just saying that. Oh, are you sure you want to sponsor me? Because I am too flat. I am
mm.
too out of that kind of thing. I wasn't
Don't
rejecting.
worry
I
about
wasn't
it.
flat out rejecting.
This two is DV15, but the others are DV10. But Mr. Locke looks to Kala and Hobbs. The both of you, don't just spread your legs for every guy or girl or woman that you see. Besides, Militech will be here. And then Mr. Bob Chan, they continue. I've been, uh, I have been looking at Mr. Ali for months now, ever since he arrived. And I trust his mannerism. I trust of his confidence. And you will always have my sponsor, Mr. Lee, for
But
together
again,
with you and Miss Favio.
I bow to Mr. Bob Chan and said that thank you very much for giving your vote of confidence to me, Mr. Bob Chan. I will not. You have been taking very good care of me and my team, and I'll forever be grateful of it. Once again, thank you very much.
Then you see
Yep.
John Cullen and speaks out. I've always admired your song, Mr. Lee, Mr. Sabaki, and the way you strum those guitars, the way you sing all those songs. Sadly, due to copyright reason on YouTube, you are able to play it again. So now, I would really like to actually hear more songs from you, which would not give me a copyright strike the moment I play it. On YouTube, of course, Kirashi said. But my Cyberwave will actually record many of your songs. Many of your fans have come to Kirashi Optics to actually permanently record your music with together with Diana Fairview into their eyes to be permanently played wherever they go. Your your good music give me good business. John Cullen
Thank you
actually
very
speaks
much.
out.
Thank you very
And
much.
you definitely
I'm
have my
very happy
sponsor.
to hear that. I'm very
And
happy
then
to hear that from you, Mr. Kiyoshima.
and KDM Edison and said, well, I've always liked her song. I've always liked his song too. And since that I know that Diana Fairview and Tsubaki Lee are not an item, but more towards advertising, Malorian Arms will be there. Besides, Strega and Malorian Arms has been neck to neck and also we've always been helping out with each other. And I don't want to go against Mr. Bob Chan. Mr. Bob Chan's business is good business. And my business is good business to him. But then he turns to Kala Cole. Kala Cole, you should really consider. Besides, Subaki Lee probably doesn't even want a middle-aged woman like you. He just wants somebody to be like as young as him. Besides, how many
No,
men have, how
it's
many
like
men
no,
have seen?
that wasn't what I remember. That
Yeah,
wasn't what I'm referring.
yeah. When KDM telling Kala Cole and said, how many men have been sticking their guns inside your holster anyway? Besides, you should forget about it. And after you see Kala Cole actually like, he said, that is true. I had a number of men actually putting their guns into my holster. Yep, you guys can roll for deduction DV5.
Uh,
Damn.
What does they
Let's.
mean by putting their guns into a
I
holster?
can't fail. I can't fail.
de-
Yes,
deduction.
deduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, deduction,
Oh,
DV5.
deduction. Okay. Deduction, not human percentage.
Yeah, deduction.
Wait, deduction is under where again?
Under education.
Oh yeah, I can definitely fail. Like, let's see it fail, boys. Oh no, I didn't fail.
Mhm.
As long as it's above 5, then you auto pass basically.
No, I have a 2. Look at my int. I have a fucking 2. I don't put any points in deduction.
Yes, yeah, no point deduction. But all of you like thinking, putting their guns into a holster, but you didn't want to say too much. But then Johnny Hobson said, well, too bad. I always wanted to actually feel your guns hitting my guns. If you know what I mean, Mr. Lee. He speaks out. But Mr. Lee is always known to be very homosexual. And then he have a reputation from previous episode and so on. As crazy as Orion also. Yeah, the player. So yeah, so we got like a gay player playing a gay character. Yeah, so this thing. So now you hear that. But now Hibana, now it's to you. You can bring up the Maelstrom issue and also the concert.
Mhm. So, back to our previous issue. I'll be personally, with Mr. Williams's help and our own security force, with the aid of Biotechnica's security furry squad, will be apprehending the Maelstrom members and thoroughly interrogates them until they can cough up a name of who basically gave them the wild plan of smartly stealing a truck and detonating a bomb into, our very own doorstep. In the meanwhile, I will be meeting with Night City Mayor and the press, conveying their concerns, your concerns to them about the safety of Night City and how Night City may have started to become a not so hospitable place for corporations. We'll try and lobby for more police presence, more active police force on the streets. Maybe we can take down this ridiculous thing called the combat zone in order to make it a safe place. Maybe it's high time we do it. And if we manage to do it successfully together, then our legacy, your legacies, will be secured as the very corporations who cleaned Night City dry of any and all of its gangsters. If there's anything you...
Then
Yeah, that's it. I'm done.
then Mr. Lockton said, the Maelstrom incident. Do you have anybody do you know or some informant that knows about this? Then Mr. Hobson said, there is actually one particular person that I actually know and I keep track of. His name is Asher Graves. I believe that Mr. Asher himself, well, just to tell you, he said that Maelstrom was the one that actually took the truck and took the belongings inside. Hibana, I want you to actually, yourself and Mr. Phillips, to actually meet up with this Asher person. And maybe he have some information they might need. And he actually went to actually see me the other day at Biotechnica. He told me something, but I couldn't really grasp what he was actually trying to tell me. But, if anything, I believe he's actually handling something right now. Something to do with it. But it's just a matter of time until I actually get a phone call from him.
Agreed.
Now after that,
Yeah.
Now, after that, Phillips, now it's your turn. You heard the name, an informant that knows about Maelstrom. His name is Asher Graves, and Mr. Hobbs said it out that perhaps you should actually meet up with this Asher Graves. What do you do, Philip? You're muted?
No, I'm. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Sorry, what was the question?
You heard the
question
name
was-
of Asher Graves as an informant.
Is he a target that needs to be eliminated?
No, he's not a target that needs to be eliminated. He's actually a target that you should meet up to talk about Maelstrom, the one that actually stole the information.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Oh, he said that you should meet up with this Asher Graves.
Where does this Asher Graves like to frequent? Where could I find?
Mr. Hobbs can tell you, I have his number with me. If you want to, I can actually set up a meeting between you two. Perhaps yourself, Hibana, and even Subaki.
The faster, the better. We can schedule, if you can schedule a meeting with him sometime around 5 p.m. this afternoon, that'll be great.
I agree. The sooner we meet him, the better.
All right. Then after that, he gives a call. Then he messaged. Let me message him. All right. I'll set up a meeting between all of you to Harris Bistro. You can actually make your way over there to actually talk to him.
Okay. If there's nothing else, I believe this meeting is adjourned. So the next time you hear from us, hopefully we'll have good news for you.
Hopefully, hopefully. So, once you're done and with Maelstrom, to speak out, it's like, then give me a call. That's what Mr. Hobbs said. And then after that, you see Mr. Long and said, hmm, for everything that's actually going on, I hope to actually more good news. But the way that you actually tighten security, I hope your expenses will be enough for all of this. But I hope to actually see more from all of you. Then
Definitely.
after that, they actually got up
Mhm.
from the chair, and then, and once we're done, once we're all done, then let's talk about the concert. Then they actually got up, and then they left this floor and head out, leaving only Bob Chan in the room. Then Bob Chan actually said, "There is a really good explanation that you have been doing, Hibana Chan. I see more great future from you, and also together with Subaki Lee. Unfortunately, I wished I could actually speak with Mao and also Haliman,
A
but
bit
it seems that
a
they
bit
are currently busy.
busy. Yeah, they're a bit busy, and honestly, Uncle Bob, if I wasn't the current VP, I may have been, chewed alive by them, or even worse, shot and killed. My only saving grace is the fact, I was the VP, otherwise I was being killed and murdered alive by them just by standing there. I'm just
Mm.
hoping
Okay.
to, not disappoint them.
And then Bob Chan got up from his chair slowly with his cane, and after that, looking at Subaki, looking at you. Yeah, I understand. Your mannerism reminds me of another man that I used to walk to a long time ago, also a Suzuki. But unfortunately, he taken his own life and given the company to Elliot. But that is for another story, Miss Suzuki-chan. He smiled. And a roll for human perception, Bob-chan?
Okay, human perception 12.
Nope, you don't know. He's actually hiding something, but you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it seems that Tsubaki is gone. So now, then
Yeah, but
Bob-chan.
I'm just doing something. I'm packing my shit right
Yeah,
now.
I know. Yeah, we got
Okay.
about 24 minutes to go. Okay, Subaki, Miss Bob Chan actually looks to you and said, I hope after the concert and once everything is done, I hope that you are willing to take another offer that I will give you in the future, Subaki Lee,
Yes.
to follow me to Neo Japan and permanently reside there and no longer at Night City.
Yes, that is exactly my plan, Mr. Bobchan. You have taken the words out of my mouth, and you have it has been in my mind for the longest time that I indeed plan to leave Night City once everything settles down. If it's you, Mr. Bobchan, yes, I will gladly take the offer. And you see that again, Subaki bow down 90 degrees and then said that you have been very kind to me, Mr. Bobchan, Uncle Bobchan. If it's you that's giving me the offer, you have given me an offer that I cannot refuse, and I will gladly accept it without repercussion and any sort anymore.
Mhm. Yeah, then after that, Bob Chan actually then walks slowly to you. Then he whispers into your ear, I understand there is animosity within yourself in Miss Suzuki. But as long as you two help each other out and together with the others, Night City will see a better future as it moves forward.
Yes, I understand, Uncle Bobchan. Until everything settled down, I will try to cooperate with Miss Suzuki, but I also hope that she knows what she's doing because the last thing I want her to do is that putting everyone in a dangerous position.
Right now, he speaks. All of you are in a dangerous position.
Exactly. And which is why I don't want any of us to be further deep into this whole entire thing. I just really wish she knows what she's doing because sometimes she doesn't tell any of us what she's planning and that expected us to.
And Bob Chan then said, I'm not worried about Hibana chan. The one I'm most worried is Haliman.
Yes,
Kun.
Haliman is also another train wreck. I've been trying to keep contact in him, but he seems to not want anyone's company. Not even Diana, not even me. I just hope that he's not gonna do another stupid things that he did previously. Uncle Bob Chan, please tell me what should I do. I've been trying to keeping the balance of tranquility within this party, but there's only so little I can do, and yet it seems that I couldn't keep the team in place, and now with Sticks gone and Halimas on the verge of murdering whoever caused the building of Strega to be in such a wreck of state. I feel like I'm very useless here. Please tell me, Uncle Bob Chan, what should I do?
Then he walks slowly to you and he taps you on the forehead. Do not think with this. He taps you on your forehead. And then he taps you on your chest, right to your heart. But think with this.
You
It
see that
tells you
Nasubaki
to
just
think.
let
It
out a
tells you
sigh and
to
say,
think with your
I'm
heart
sorry.
and not with your head.
Hmm.
He said.
Yep.
I understand. Thank you
Okay,
very much, Uncle Bob Chan.
roll for human perception.
Oh.
No. For
Oh.
Sobaki.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. They tells you to actually think with your heart. Think with what you feel. Okay. Alright. After you pass that and so on, okay, all your empathy skills or with EMP, okay, have a +1 mod to it.
Oh, have +1? Nice.
Then after
Is
that,
that
they
temporary
slowly
or is
walks
it permanency? Is it temporary or is it permanent?
permanent.
Noise. Noise.
Okay. Yes. Then after he walks straight to Philip Williams. He said, Mr. Philip, I know you are a strong-willed man. I know that your task here will be difficult moving forward. Me and Dimitris, we were very close. Very, very close. She was like a daughter to me. Even more so than Elliot. But I believe that your task itself will be shown to you in the future. And then Philip just stayed quiet and he just like walked away.
Oh. No, sorry. I was actually bringing food, but yeah, Oh. Okay.
Philip, not Hibana.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Well, Philip will bow, or Paradox will bow to Bob Chan, and then see him walk away.
You bow to him as you see him walk away. He's an old man using a cane, wearing his Japanese costume, and then after walk off. And then after that, he just like smiled as he slowly walks away. And then after that, leaving you, Sobaki, and Hibana. Okay, Hibana, you actually got that contact. It's somewhere in the afternoon already, and you're supposed to actually meet with Asher Graves. So you and Tsubaki, and then after that Philip Williams, and then also together with Sang and Root, Reno stepped back to make sure that Diana Fairview don't do anything crazy. And it's been a while since you actually traveled out of the building itself. But with Sang and Root, they actually drove the car. But Mao with Phillips and then with Sobaki and yourself. So the seat is actually facing each other. So you know that long limo where one seat is facing forward, another one facing backwards, and so on. So you drove towards the bar to actually meet with Asher Graves. Now, okay, you may need to roleplay 2 characters for this one. Okay, where's Subaki? Oh, Subaki's not here yet.
I'm here. Sorry. I'm just packing my shit.
Well, I got
Yeah, I
no
know.
access to my character model.
Let me look for Subaki. Subaki is somewhere. Oh, Subaki is not on this map. No worries. Let me drag her in. Drag him in.
Yeah, it's a nice bar. This is where you drink.
Is it ginormous? Kill it with fire.
It's a ginormous man with a hammer. Okay, let me give access to to Hibana. Hibana, you just change to your street clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
you see two people there and which you recognize, of course. Richard Asnon,
mm-hmm.
which you actually work together during a heist, and also Wood Chipper, sitting there, like leaning, like looking at you as you walk.
Uh,
And then Sobaki Lee, like you can see Wood Chipper and Richard Ascon at the other end. Then you can see a particular man with a walking stick,
she doesn't.
which actually turns, and then after that, okay, all right, Hibana, introduce yourself to Asher. Asher, introduce yourself to Hibana.
Uh, God. She basically woke up,
Yeah.
obviously, seeing the name. She's like, I'm assuming you're Mr. Graves. Am I saying that correct? And Asher like turns around and says, "Well, allow me the pleasure to introduce myself. Miss Suzuki. My name is Graves, Asher Graves, purveyor of arts and anything of value, including information, at your service." And he gives like a classic Englishman short bow before like taking her hand gently and kiss it. So, Miss Suzuki, how can I be of help to you?
Okay,
And
okay, just not to make it look weird. Okay, maybe Suhibana should actually. Maybe I get order a drink and let Philip Williams actually role play with Asher.
yeah, definitely. She just, signals to Philip and say to Philip, get your get your token here. Otherwise it's gonna be very awkward.
Still, I'm not needed, so I just go to the bar, order
Mm-hmm.
myself a sake. I just go up to the bar and order a sake. Or if there's a concert, if where there's a concert, I will just try to, start playing.
Mhm. Mr. Graves, I believe my associate, Mr. Williams, here will be able to brief you on our request. So,
Mr. Graves. Hi, I am Paradox. Agent Paradox.
pleasure to
I
meet you.
am pleased to meet you too, sir. I have been, I've come here on a very important assignment. Assignment that has a very, very high stakes. And I've been told that you have very valuable information that can help us complete this assignment.
Of course I have. I see him like chewing on some nut and everything from the bar. So, what type of information do you want from a little old fixer like me?
I'll just pause on the roleplay. What am I supposed to be asking? Because all I know is that there are terrorists, and I don't know anything about the terrorists. I
You
don't know who
just
they
need
are.
to know the location of where the Maelstrom warehouse is, and then after that, Asher will then role play with you like where it is, and after that, then he have to make a deal with you and say like if I give you all this information, what is it in for him? And then after that, but before that, right? Before that, I need to go to Subaki first, so I can actually end her scene, that she can leave. Okay, Subaki, as
Okay.
you approach the stage, you see some sort of an old friend looking at you as you actually approach the stage. And you see her short hair, sunglasses, tattoo on her legs. And then she said, Subaki Lee, it's been a while. You haven't been back to this club for a long time. And then you look at this place. This was the place where you actually started before you actually got recognized, when you actually first started as a rank 1 rocker boy. And then Nanakon said out, I heard that you're gonna be singing in the battle of the bands. That's interesting. I will also be singing. Heck,
Wait, who was who was
all
her
our
again?
songs. Her name is Nanako.
Hey, Nanako, it's good to see you here again. It's been a long time.
It's been a really long time, she said. And I heard you're gonna be in the battle of bands. Heck, I'm gonna be in the battle of bands. Hey, our songs are gonna get copyright strike by YouTube so much we're gonna get banned. Trust me.
Yeah, that's I just laugh. I just laugh. Yeah, that's the problem of being famous, you know. People will tend to copyright strike us, and that is the issue. But hey, it means that we are doing a good job, right?
Yes, yes, it shows you're actually really doing a good job. And hey, just to tell you, there's something going on right now.
Betray.
I heard stories of you joining up with a corporation, Strega. Is that true?
Well, yes and no. Well, you see, it's a bit complicated, Nanako. I wish I could tell you everything at one go, but it's a little complicated. Just know that, well, I am, but I am not. It, like I said, it's very complicated. But
So
just know that
are you, or
my heart.
are you not? She asked you.
I wish I could say I'm not, but yes, I am. But know that my heart will still belongs to the music, and even if my body was sold to even if my body was sold to the corporation, knows that my heart and soul will still belongs to the public's music. Just like
Mm-hmm.
how you and everyone else that was performing on this stage. That's how we started out as a performer or as a rocker boy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then Alakon and looked at you and said, "Do you know a number of rocker boy once you dead? The moment they heard that you're actually with Strega, and the battle of the bands is not just a battle of music. The chances of us, the band, going up against each other, we probably have to fight it out on stage. It's how do I put it? It feels like have you ever heard of the Iron Fist tournament?
Yes, I heard about it. I was part. I wasn't exactly part of it. I was performing at one of their events back in Japan. And well, like I said, I didn't join the combats or the tournaments. I was part of their opening and their closing ceremony back then. But yes, I know about it. What's up?
Apparently, this battle of the bands is going to be a song on stage between the rocker boy, but also at the same time, whatever we're using, if I'm a guitarist or I'm a keyboardist or I'm wearing the drums, I have to fight you with whatever martial arts that I have against you, Tsubaki. And probably I have to either knock you out or kill you. If the corporations were to say that I have to kill you, then it's my choice. But because you're my friend, Tsubaki, if I can beat you, I would rather hear and say that you lose. And that's it.
Well, if fate comes to us that we have to fight Nanako, I'm sure that we can come to a terms where we can fight fair and square. Deal? Then it's like I bring out my hand and like try to shake her hand.
Then after she shakes your hand, and as she said, deal. As I hopefully I'll be able to actually beat you this time. A long time ago, I lost to you, fair and square, in music, of course. But I've also improved my street fight techniques. I've been going around as an edge runner for quite some time now, and
It's
I've
like
learned a lot.
well, I can assure you, Nanako, I'm still the same old me. I'm not someone to, you know, test out. I rather speak with my music, as you always know. But hey, if it comes to that, I'm sure we can do this fair and square. If you're able to beat me, you're able to beat me. I am not gonna fast it over. So I hope that yes.
Then she laughed. Then she smiled. Yes, but just be careful during the stage itself. It's
Yep,
gonna be
you
held by
too.
the corporations, and the corporations will have control over us for the time being. But whoever the winner is, the winner gets a full contract, not only in just music, but actually opening a school funded by the corporation in any country he or she wishes to be. Full funding, full funding. And not only that, the school could be anything. You could be teaching boxing or martial arts. So I hope to win, so I can get out of Night City.
And I wish you all the best, Nanako. I wish you nothing but all the best to win the tournament. For me,
Yes.
winning is not the option, but but it's to spread the music of mine. But if I'm able to win, hey, that's just a bonus.
Yes. Well,
But
may the both
I will
singer
always,
win.
yes, may the both singer wins. And I give her a hug, and say, it's so good to catch up with you again, Nanako.
Then she hold you tight and then give you a really big, strong hug. And after that, she said to you. And then after that, then she actually like go jump down. And then after that, then she walks away slowly and then waves goodbye and smile at you. Okay, I've been waiting to do this scene for weeks, literally. Okay,
Damn.
so yeah, literally weeks. Because the Asher and the others was here like weeks already, and your character was already there. So when I was asking what is Subaki doing there, I said Subaki is talking to this character, over and so on. So now you know. So and so on. So now Aizen, now you know also the purpose. Okay, now Yan, if you want to leave, you can leave.
Yeah, I'm leaving. But my last action before leaving is that I will try to play on the stage. Whatever music it is, if it's copy strike, then it's copy strike, I guess. But
I
yeah,
will
I'll
play
try.
one music. I will play one music. If it's only one music for a session, it's okay.
Yeah, I'll just play one music on the stage and just like done.
Let me say, Holy Lonely Night, Never Gonna Give You Up. No, that's Diana's one. Stay With Me, Miki Masubara, Attack on Titan, The Rumbling, and For Found and Lost, Banana Fish OP. Which one should I play?
Stay with me. Stay with me.
Stay With Me. Right, okay, let me see this music. Here, you play on the stage. Okay, roll for your charismatic impact.
Wait.
You got a +1 mod, if I'm not mistaken.
10.
Yeah, 10. Because of Bob Chan. You start to sing. And then you notice that the people that actually there just start to actually like listen to you, even wood chipper. And they start like listening to your song. Okay, now, alright, Yan, see you next week.
Okay.
Okay, now Asher and Philip Williams. Lastly, your turn.
Mr. Williams, what do you exactly need in terms of your request? Mr. William?
Yes. I was told that you know the location to the warehouse where Maelstrom resides.
Oh, but of course I know not only the location and what Melthorm is planning to do, but do you really want me to sell you Maelstrom, the guys who technically speaking are being blamed unjustly, or do you want me to sell you Maelstrom plus the real conniving idiot who technically it's a singular idiot who dared cross paths with yours in question?
Well, a man of your status, no doubt, knows exactly what is going on in the outside the city that we live in.
True.
And
I mean, I am far and wide connected, but my services aren't cheap.
I didn't think any less. In fact, I think really highly of you, despite the fact that we've just met. Hibana has introduced me to you, and if it is someone that's introduced by Hibana, it is someone clearly reputable.
How much is my services worth to you?
All I know is that it is beyond what the average, or at least what I consider an acceptable level in our hierarchy to be able to afford whatever they can afford, and then add double onto that. that will be what your services are worth.
I will not be greedy, so should we say 60,000 eddies? That is the price tag of the information that I'm selling.
Hang on, I'm gonna pause the roleplay here. I mean, how much do I actually have? Like, what resources do I have to negotiate with here?
You don't really have to negotiate. You just need to tell Asher. Don't even have to I don't know what is Asher negotiating for, but there's like you just for you, Philip. You just need to ask Asher these two questions only. I hear you know about Maelstrom and Maelstrom because you know not in the game. So even Aizen will need to remind you and need to tell you what you need to do because your character will need to actually ask about Maelstrom, where they are, and then after that where to strike, and that's it. You don't have to even negotiate deals because you're already being paid by Strega. And Asher, we need to roleplay that if I help you with this, Strega will give me protection and so on and so forth.
Yeah. This is what basically
because on Monday, I believe the character's gonna kill Asher.
Yep. Anyway, back to roleplay.
Okay, back to roleplay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, a man of your reputation, a man of your status, a man of... Well, you have information, some information that would put you in danger.
Oh.
Wouldn't you value your life above whatever resources that you are supposedly asking for here?
Oh, true. On second thought, I do value my life. I mean, I'm very precious commodity, so I need guarantee of protection. Because the information that I have, I'll give you not only the address of Maelstrom and where is the warehouse and the real goods are, but I'll even sell you the bonus of, the mastermind idiot behind it who dared to cross paths with those on the high table who give us what we need from time to time.
Well, my word is my guarantee, and my word is a guarantee of Strager. And my guarantee, and Strager's guarantee, is your protection of your life. All you need to do is tell me where to strike Maelstrom.
I basically tell Mr. Philip Williams where is the real goods are being hidden, and also telling him where Maelstrom is going to be. And I even tell him that what the Maelstrom is going to pick up is nothing but a big file of fake goods, but there are some real ones there. And I even warn him about the bomb and how to disarm the bomb. And I tell him Orion on a silver platter, telling him that it was Orion who basically, that drove the truck and yelled, "Fuck Strega," and the whole thing. I just sell it to him on a silver platter. In exchange for protection, of course.
And well, I go up to him and says, "Well, Mr. Asher, let me buy you a drink for your services of your information as a token of thanks and a guarantee of me protecting you."
Okay.
And Strager, of course.
Definitely. Barkeep, a glass of your most expensive drink for me and for my friend here, since he's paying for it.
Okay. All right. Now, Philip and also Asher and Hibana, all of you actually sat there and actually getting a drink, actually having conversation on what needs to be done. So, Asher, you talk to Philip Williams and Hibana regarding what you're going to be doing with them and how you're going to be dealing dealing with them regarding to Maelstrom. You asked Hibana and Philip regarding protection. I will give you this information, but in return, once you actually strike, you will protect me and then bring me to a safe house and so on and so forth. So you don't have to roll for this because you're just rolling against Hibana, so it's auto pass every single time. Yeah, so Hibana also agrees to actually do this for Asher. And then after that, then okay, you just tell them the location, which is actually the Monday's game.
Yep.
You tell them location, and then both Hibana will send in her strike team together with Philip, and Philip will also bring in the Shinra strike team, and then to actually assault the place once you actually give the signal, and that's it. So, but the Monday one, Phillips and Hibana's character will come in only like later on. So even with all of that, they're probably gonna strike first. So I'm just gonna see like on Monday, once everything's done, you manage to put the file to frame Maelstrom, Hibana's gonna jump in. So that is where Hibana gonna jump in. Simo is gonna be just an NPC with his rifle pointing at all of Maelstrom and not shooting and just capturing all of them. Or if there's yeah.
Mhm.
So Philip Seymour probably won't kill Maelstrom unless there's really an attack. Even if there's an attack, you're gonna hear the gunfire. So the situation will be this: if you guys fail your stealth check on Monday, then there's gonna be a gunfight. That gunfight is gonna be the signal, and then Strega and Biotechnica are gonna swoop in and start shooting at all the Maelstrom. And then you guys will only need to fight with those 3 grunts in that small little room, which will be very easy for you guys. So once that's done, Hibana and Philip gonna go in, and then they're gonna retrieve that data from you and the others, and then after they're gonna bring you in, and that's it. So there's gonna be a conversation with Hibana and also the others like Bonnie, Orion, and Dio for actually apprehending you. So Hibana and Philip William gonna be capturing you because you know too much. So that's the way. That's like they're acting, meaning that they're gonna capture you, they're gonna lock you up, bring you to Strega, and then the others will never see you. But you're safe. You're being brought in by Hibana and Philip because you gave them information,
Mhm.
and that's it. So Bonnie, Dio, and Orion gonna think that you're gonna be in jail, and that's it.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. And Hibana then gonna persuade Bonnie, Orion, and Dio, hey, work with us and join us. So if they agree, then they join Strega. If they disagree, then Hibana will give them a set amount of money for their job, and then they all live happily ever after. That's all.
Mhm. Definitely.
Yeah. So hopefully there's no cancellation on Monday. So hopefully there's none. And then hopefully none of the players actually hear what I said today and they're not watching the video. Because I spoiled too much.
Monday? Do you literally mean Monday? Because like Monday I've got work. I don't know. Like
Monday you're not gonna jump in. This is gonna be Monday morning your time. You're gonna be at work. So Philip is not gonna be very highly involved in that one. But
Okay.
you're gonna be playing that assault on the Sunday session. Where Asher and the others gonna be NPCs. So you're still gonna be playing both sessions. You will be in that session but only on Sunday. So let the Monday group handle that part. And in the Sunday group, you will still play that combat. You will still fight against Maelstrom.
Sunday, what time? Our time?
No. Monday, you can. It's gonna be around 11:30 a.m. your time.
That's exactly where I gotta leave the house to go to church.
Yep, that's going to be your Monday. So don't worry, you can play that scene on Sunday. That scene will be played on Sunday. Same scene on Monday also. You don't have to worry. You don't have to join Monday. You can still play that scene on Sunday.
Sunday, but yeah, Sunday. 11:30 a.m. my time.
No. Not Sunday. Sorry. It's gonna be our regular session Saturday. Our regular Saturday session.
So Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same time today. The scene is gonna be played this coming Saturday. The coming Saturday. Yeah, don't have to worry about that. You can join. I totally forgot that today is Saturday. Yeah. So anyway, it's after the conversation. So you're actually prepared, and then after they wait for that coming assault, while Hibana and the others waiting in the truck, waiting for Asher's signal. If they hear a gunshot, they're gonna come in immediately. If there's none, they're gonna wait for Asher to knock on the truck and said, "I'm done. Bring me in. I'm your prisoner," and that's it. So that will be played out, okay, on Monday. So now, guys, thank you for coming, and then to be continued.
Can you turn on the light?